We never did figure out who that mysterious character was. Remember, we had someone that was trying to kill us, and we shot everything at it.
I wanted that, and
Yeah,
I think
the
you was
Lich.
trying to figure it out.
What's that,
Did we
Chris?
figure it out?
I don't think
Because
so.
weren't you guys trying to go after him in the bone brambles, and then
We stopped chasing him.
stopped chasing him because it was like there's tons of stuff spawning out of the forest
Mhm.
or out of the brambles.
I don't even remember what you guys are talking about.
It was a Lich that pointed at us or whatever.
Well, we thought it was a lich, but every time we hit it, Chris kept saying, it doesn't look any worse. It doesn't look any worse. It doesn't look any worse. And then it was after the battle that I realized it had, or someone brought up, it had an illusion up. So it was, what we were attacking was not what we were visually seeing.
Why does it keep on showing the Millennium Falcon behind my head?
Yeah, it looks like it's landing. It looks like it's landing on that planet behind you.
Like, why is it like that? Doesn't look anything like a face. Why would it like?
That's
on.
your hair.
We need to update this image. That's not there anymore.
That planet.
Yeah.
That's the companion.
Yeah, the companion
It's
is
Oh yeah.
not there anymore. Okay, previously on the Bowlers Bunch, it was an entire year ago. Okay.
It's been 2 years we've been playing this.
Mm-hmm.
We've been playing this campaign for over 2 years.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Still not the
I think,
longest.
I think we're at technically 26 months.
Sounds right.
No. Oh yeah, you might be.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Started this campaign right before I moved, Michael.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I joined shortly after you moved.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I joined when you were still here.
Yep.
Lots of things happened. Did you, Evan?
Yeah. Just before you left.
I think so.
I had Evan join, and then I had Michael join, and then I had Oscar join. Right?
No.
Oscar was the
Oscar
original.
came way early. Yeah.
Oscar was originally there. Oh, that's right.
Oscar was the original four,
Yeah.
and then Evan joined, and then Michael joined, and then Andy left.
Yeah, because we started out with the dwarf and us three basically running through, four I guess, and then we found Gast being tortured.
Yeah.
I don't remember when we picked up Aru though.
Right after that, in the bar,
Yeah.
we were just
right,
like, "Hi,
the
you
bar.
guys look like adventurers," and we're like, he's like, and then he did some close-up magic on me, and I think I just walked away. I was like, okay,
But you accepted me without asking any questions.
yeah. I mean, there was
Even though I
definitely-
was there to spy on Zandak.
I didn't like you from the start. I knew
you
there was
didn't.
something up.
You didn't.
No,
be-
you did. No, that's not quite true. You liked me when I had you and oh crap. What's his name? He's not with us anymore.
Varys. No.
No,
Varys.
no, that's who we have now.
Worker?
Dwarkar. No, Dwarkar. When I had Gas and Dwarkar do the fight, and they're going, Lizard Man.
That's true. But then you started asking personal questions of everybody, and that's when I was like,
Yeah.
nope,
Yeah.
I don't like this guy.
to be fair though, Michael, you would have had to do some really, really questionable things for me as a player to not just accept you, because metagame wise, I'm like, well, I'm gonna bring the party together,
Right.
Right.
because I don't like that. That's not what the DM's trying to do. Is like, well, will they, won't they form a party? Like, that's not what we're trying to do here. Like,
Well, new character. We'll try again next week. You know,
yeah, like,
Yeah, but
you know,
I
if
would
you don't like now, don't do that this next time.
Yeah, but you still would have. I play it that I would have been like questioning you just to try to find out what's your story. Kind of like I did with all you guys. I didn't know your stories, and I was trying to figure out what your backstories were.
yeah, but you got to remember, Cedric was already dealing with like 4 people he had no idea about, so he just was like, okay, that's fine.
Whatever. Just join.
Okay. Previously,
That was previously.
you guys were all at the Crypt of the Hell Riders. And man, this this was only like 3 weeks ago, but it's all really fuzzy to me. Um,
Aru stormed off mad.
no, Rue didn't he get another message from Serene of like, help me, I'm like, for real this time, I'm about to die.
I'm about to
No,
die.
I thought it was Aru was like, let's wait a day, and then Zandak looked out the window after a day and he saw El Terrell exploding.
No, you messaged Bernie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Bernie.
And she was like, we're at High Hall, and the companion's shooting lightning everywhere.
While Aru was making his Venaro, right? Venaro?
Venaro, yeah.
Venaro.
Who
What a
almost
waste.
died
Dead?
immediately.
No, he's still alive.
Is he? Oh, okay. Well,
1 hit point.
so you got that going for you.
Barely alive.
I swear it was so rude.
There was some thought in there of, oh, maybe we should hit up Mahadi's before we go back, so we could have a conversation.
We still can.
Yeah, we actually went.
But then yes, Bernie did, or Red Gas did reach out to Bernie. Bernie frantically requested aid, which you guys teleported back, and the crew is flying the Maiden back, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We use a teleportation circle to Mahadi's.
Did we use a teleportation
Yep.
circle, or
Yep.
did we
Yep.
teleport?
Yep.
No,
We use a
teleportation circle.
Because
Yeah.
we use teleports to get the Tormentor.
That's right.
Arriving at High Hall, there were 2 other flying fortresses that were kind of docked on the edge of the city, and yet there was lightning flying all over the place. The entire group flew off towards the companion, adamantine rods in hand, and I believe it was Zandak and Aru just zipped around the equator of that, slamming those adamantine rods into it, to which it opened up after doing this weird puzzle looking thing, and then exploded. Casting this kind of blue, sparkly dust all over the city that then started to pool and coalesce into what Aru knows as Serene.
Mom.
They had
We call her mom.
we had this nice moment with Aru and his mom, and a lot of things were a lot of information was given out in machine gun fashion. All of the lightning blasts throughout the city. From what you guys could see, there were just more than the usual bodies that were just destroyed. But Serene was able to raise a bunch of those bodies, a bunch of those people. Aru's items lost their luster for a brief moment, just so I could troll Aru just a little bit more in this whole campaign. But then Serene gave that power back, as well as the buff called the Seraph's Embrace. Michael, did you get all of that?
Let me look real quick. You know what? I don't think I.
That was towards the end, and I know you had to get off very quickly, and so I don't know if you got.
Yeah,
all.
I don't. Let me see if I got anything on here in my description for that.
Did you make a card for it or anything? No.
No, it's not an item.
Well, didn't you just mirror me? You got that.
It's a blessing.
you got that bonus to your spell save and your spell casting ability increased, right?
My save DC is 13.
It's 13.
Hmm?
Shouldn't be that low. That was like 18.
You mean 21, right?
No, 21. My spell attack is 13. Yeah, 21 is my spell save DC. And what else did I have?
Oh, I should probably pull up my character.
You gained the tough feat.
That's right.
That's right. And I do have that. I did make that change on here also.
And you have an internal blessing that functions like a cube of force.
That's
right.
That's what it was. Because we
That's
spent
it.
we spent so much time figuring out what
But
can we do with this.
But has no attunement, obviously.
Right.
It's a part of you.
With that tough feat, doesn't that retroactively increase your health too? Did you change that?
Yeah, I've got a lot of hit points now.
Nice.
I mean, not Cedric or Gas hit points.
I was going to say, do I have a new rival here?
No, I don't think so. I have 147 now.
Okay. All right. We're good.
Whew.
We're good.
After that blessing, Bernie runs up. And there are two other friends with her. One a female human with silvery hair and alabaster skin, and one a male with dark skin and is bald. Almost, his skin is dark, like almost the color of like
Brass?
Brass.
Crazy. Would not have expected that.
Weird.
Silver and brass, huh?
I was
I
hoping that
wonder.
he'd have like gold-colored skin. That would be
I
better.
love silver dragons, though, man. They're
Yeah.
my favorite.
They're my favorite too.
I would have liked to have a whole stinking
I even
armory
have
of colors.
It's a silver dragon.
like 10 of each. That would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And then Serene had kind of this vision that she brought Aru into as well, where he was shown what was it? Four different armies. One was an image of an ancient red dragon that then sprouted 4 more heads out of its body of the other 4 chromatic dragon colors. One was Nukar riding atop his giant beetle looking thing. One was Zariel and her flying fortresses. And one was that giant gnoll demon that you guys last saw in your vision of Idleglen.
We beat
Genzu,
him already.
right?
We beat that guy already, guys. So he's
We didn't
not,
actually.
No,
not a threat.
she came in and saved our butts. Zerial did.
No. We beat it. We beat him.
It's all right.
That was Yagenzu, right?
We're significantly more powerful now, so.
Exactly.
Yunogu.
It's true.
The cakewalk.
Yunogu.
It's Yunogu.
Yeah. No.
And Serene tells you, Aru, that they will be here in 3 days.
Right.
Cool.
We've got to try to make friends with 2 of these at least.
Friends.
Friends. Will you be my friend? I'll be yours
So,
and you're mine.
At that point, Aru, what would you like to do? You just came out of that vision. You got all the information. You know the blessing that you just got.
All right. Does anyone have a spell to get us out of this realm? Because it's going to pot. We've got to get out of here.
Actually,
mean-
yes, we do.
Yeah, but why, Aru? What's up?
Hey guys, seriously, this is what he was saying. He goes, "We've got problems. We've got 4 armies coming on us. We've got 4 armies coming on us. Imagine like a sandstorm kind of guy, a lightning kind of guy, green goblin kind of guy. We're in trouble. We need some help."
I think the Green Goblin one isn't that big of an issue. We fought goblins before. That's pretty easy.
Wasn't that? If you guys saw that, that was what I wanted to talk about the other day. When I was watching that scene where all four of them were coming in, I'm going, "We're doing that in a few weeks." So, anyways,
well, it goes.
Seriously, we've got four armies headed our way. One of them obviously is Zariel, and I think we already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But new car's coming.
Okay. Hey, Cedric, you get your brother back.
Tiamat is coming. And that hyena-looking god that we fought in that dream world in
Idle Glen.
Thank you. Idle Glen is also coming. We're not going to be able to fight all of these. I don't know what to do.
Well,
I look at my mother.
I hazard to guess, guys, that's probably why everybody else is here right now.
Yeah,
Everybody else.
As in,
The Wandering Emporium.
The Wandering Emporium. Like, listen, that's basically everybody else to us. Okay.
we've got a tiger who's not trustworthy. We've got one dragon. One of those with us, because of course I don't recognize the other two as being what they are, and an army of people who were killed off without any of these guys coming at us.
Guys, we have a secret weapon. Don't worry. Ray is here.
Eric, you can see that this is a silver dragon and a brass dragon.
I can.
No, Cedric.
I can.
Oh, Cedric can. Okay.
Because I have true.
Aru, you can if you say the magic words, but
I can't. I don't have that power right now.
But you already used it today.
I already used it today. Yeah.
woman.
I don't have perpetual.
Yes.
I don't have perpetual true sight like some people.
How long?
3 days.
Are they all coming at the same time?
I look at my mother. I go, Mother, are they all going to arrive on the same day, or will we be fighting those over the next 3 days?
She kind of puts her weight on you to help her stand up, Aru.
I lift her up. I help her.
And as she does, she's been naked this whole time. But as she does, I mean, I'm guessing like as you're like, you have robes and clothes on right now. But the angle that the camera was viewing this moment from, nothing indecent was shown. But as she stands up, she kind of makes these kind of wispy light clothes, seemingly out of her own energy, that covers her.
Does she look injured, Chris?
She is. What do you mean by injured?
Like, could she use healing?
Yeah.
She does not appear to be injured.
Okay.
Like, there's no like gashes in her, and she's not like scuffed up and bleeding. She appears to be tired.
Okay.
Can't heal tired.
Well, somebody can.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody here can heal tired.
Surely we got some coffee somewhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the problem.
Mother, I'm sorry, Mother. We have no cleric in our party.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
After she gives herself some clothes, she says, "If not at the same time, they will arrive shortly, one after another."
Beautiful.
When you can, we'll need to know the order and where and exactly where.
Yeah.
What
If
is the
possible.
order
Direction
in
would be
which
nice.
they appear?
Sounds like
Well-
we have some work to do.
Well, I
I'd
think
say
first.
we get. You go, Rue. You're the one who had the vision.
I appreciate it. But what I got to say is very short. I think, Cedric, what we first need to do is figure out how to get your soul back, your brother's soul back, Jim.
Your soul back. You've been soulless this whole time.
And I get a little embarrassed realizing it was a Freudian slip.
Well,
If we can
I
get
at
his
least
soul
have a
back,
soul, but I don't know how to restore it.
I don't either. But we get that. That'll eliminate Nukar as an enemy, and possibly could turn him into a ally. Go ahead, say it.
There's
You're
still
gonna say
the
it.
army that he's leading. They're not going to just leave when he's not there.
Listen, this could be like an episode 1 Phantom Menace thing where you take out the ship and then they all turn off, okay?
What?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
The droids.
Gotta
If you
start
take
somewhere.
out the
No, that was Cedric saying what?
Oh.
It's an old dwarvish tale, okay?
Rex is gaining another personality.
Tonight I'll tell you the story before we go to bed. It's a great Bardic story.
It's almost the duration
Great
of
might be a
9 movies.
little.
Maybe not great. Well, he leaves out the whole part with the stupid character.
At this point, overhearing the conversation, Bernie steps up alongside Zandak. She kind of looks down at you with kind of a little wry smile.
I
Master Halfling.
grin sheepishly at her. Hey,
That's hilarious. That would be hilarious in real life because your character's like never been like that.
yep.
Why? I'm. Am I missing something here?
Well, the whole like Bahamut thing, and her, and now me, and yeah, that.
She knows.
Zandak, she says to you, I sense something different about you, but we could talk about that later. If what the Celestial says is true, then we have much to discuss. And
You're not doubting my mom, are you?
I feel our decision to bring Mahadi's Emporium up here to High Hall was the right one then. Come, let us go inside.
Will they fight with us?
That's your job, Aru.
Let us go inside.
Not with Mahadi.
No, it's your job. It's your job.
Aru, in the heat of battle, you're just like, just fireball right over there. Oh!
Mahadi
no.
died. What a cat.
Oh, Mahadi's dead.
He's gonna be like casting something, and I'm gonna be someone's gonna say cast Bardic Inspiration, and I'm gonna cast something that's actually the opposite of that.
You're gonna counterspell him.
Counterspell
You're gonna
him, yeah.
counterspell him.
I keep, oh, that's right.
Do you guys go inside?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'll follow her.
Yeah, I follow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They lead you to this kind of to the altar of Torm, where you have Mahadi. You have these 3 dragons, and Serene.
That's our army.
That's it. That's all we need.
Oh, what's her face?
Rhea.
Freya?
Rhea, and I was thinking of her mother.
Oh, the
Freya.
one that. Freya.
Feria.
Feria, yeah.
Feria.
It's Freya. That's
Freya.
easy to
Freya
remember
and
because
Freya.
they rhyme.
Yep.
kind of what kind of celestial is my mom?
A blue one.
I'm like, it's not. I asked her,
What kind of celestial are you?
what kind of stuff?
I just want to know my heritage.
What abilities do you have? And will I get any of this when I? No.
You're like-
What abilities do you have?
What kind of celestial are you? And who's my dad?
So I'm immortal as long as the light continues to glow within the planet.
I believe she is a plantar.
Planetar. Okay. Planetar. That makes sense. Aren't they like the ones that protect?
I
Yeah.
think
They're
so.
the protectors. Yeah, there's Planetar, Solar. She doesn't make any sense. Planetars are angels who act or fight on behalf of the gods. She's not a unicorn and she's not a Hollyphant.
Too bad she's not a solar.
Too bad she's not an Empyrean.
Oh, is
Too
that the
bad
highest level
she's
one?
not just a
Challenge
god.
rating 23. But I would take a
23.
Solar. Solar's 21.
Oh,
We got
she's 16
dragons.
though.
We got
Yeah,
dragons.
Planetar's 16.
The dragons have a higher CR than them.
But
anyway.
it doesn't matter.
You don't know. They could just be adults.
They're
Yeah.
adults. We're kind of screwed.
But it doesn't matter. My question is, what can you help us with in this battle? I
What do you
mean,
do?
what can you do? You seem very powerful to me.
Bernie steps in once again.
Interrupts you. Hold on.
Chris, why don't you just take the lead and give us what you want here?
And she says, Master Aru, you are quite right. Judging by what you all look like now, compared to the last time I saw you, it looks like you have all gained a considerable amount of power.
Yeah, we leveled up a few times.
But before we start counting our power and arms, I believe it would be prudent to discuss what's our objective.
Yeah.
Well, if we know what our powers are, then we can figure out what our objectives are.
Not
Our objectives are simple. The most important thing is we need to keep the people of this city safe and get them out of here.
Get this whole piece of land back up where it belongs.
I
That's
don't
why we're
care
down
so
here.
much for the land. The people need to be safe.
Yeah.
If we lose the city, I don't really care.
Cities can be rebuilt, Aru. Lives can't be.
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe I misunderstood. But I thought if she pulled this planet down, the next to go would be my home.
No, we stopped that.
We covered this last time. I'm pretty sure we stopped all
Oh,
of that.
wait. No. That's right. That was what Chris specifically said, and it's been 3 weeks and we forgot about it.
Okay.
We need to break the contract that Zariel has, the
Creed Resolute.
The Creed Resolute.
I thought
we
we
need to
broke
break
that.
the Creed Resolute. No. We just prevented them in Baldur's Gate.
Okay, so there are other cities in danger. Then.
I don't think so.
Yes.
But that's
yes.
what's keeping El Terrell here.
That's what's
is
keeping the
Creed
citizens
Resolute.
here too, right? It's
Sure,
not just the
sure.
city; it's the citizens.
Yeah,
right?
But as soon as this one's done, then she's going for what place did we come from? Gracious,
Baldur's
No,
I can't
Gate.
remember
we
the name.
stopped that. We
Baldur's
stopped
Gate.
that. We stopped
We did
that.
stop Baldur's Gate, did we?
Yeah, we did.
that was before we did anything.
Yeah, that we stopped that before you even joined the party. Well, we were already heroes.
Wow. Wow.
We saved the city.
Well, on that note, my mom and I will be leaving. Teleport.
Here, Aru, I'll come with you.
Unfortunately, teleport doesn't get you anywhere.
No, there's a teleport,
Just
dimensional
that-
teleport.
Here, baby.
Right.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. What'd you say, Gas?
Said I'll plane shift us all out of here. It'll be fine. See y'all
There we go.
later.
Let's get
Have
us outta
fun
here.
Saving the city.
Plane shift.
That is the most important. I would say that is the most important thing that we need to have done. The second thing, of the 4 armies, I mean, we need to break the Creed Resolute. Ideally, we need to stop Tiamat because we caused that. And for me, I would like to get my brother back.
I would make that number 2.
But the 4th army, I don't really care about
Why are they even coming for us anyway?
because they're demons.
They
Just because?
probably were like, everybody else is going here. Let's go there.
Just to make a even number.
Yeah.
I mean, they court chaos, right? So
Yeah.
Okay.
They go with the flow, man. They're like,
and
everybody else
if
is
there's
here.
if there's another reason, I don't know.
Just
So,
making sure
but-
we didn't make like a personal enemy somewhere and I forgot about it.
Well, that is equally as possible.
But we don't know how to break that Creed Resolute.
So the goals that we have are
Fair
breaking.
stands up.
Who?
Faria.
There we go. Okay.
I believe I know how to break the creed.
Oh,
Cool. Let's hear it.
Every citizen of El Terrell, when they become of age, they take the Creed Resolute and they write their names in this book. And I wish it was as easy. And she holds up the tome of the Creed Resolute. Every citizen, past and present's name is found in this book. And I wish it was as easy to break the oath as it would be to burn this book, but I'm afraid that it's not so.
it's an
The
infernal
oath
contract, right?
made unknowingly was to Zariel. And so just like any infernal contract, if you either convince them to not uphold the contract or remove their ability to keep it, then the oath will be broken.
So what it sounds like is the options for that are convince Zariel to change her ways or kill her.
Right.
Which I feel like we kind of already gathered that.
I'm Chris. At this point, I'm just gonna put my hand on the sword, and I'm just gonna ask it in my head. I'm like, can we redeem Zariel?
Ooh, nice question.
Nice question.
How do you convey that in emotions, Chris?
Confidence, happiness,
Yay!
sadness.
Indifference.
You get
Confusion.
a feeling of resolve, and eagerness.
Oh.
So yes?
Well, it wants
don't-
to, but
no.
that doesn't mean that it knows if it can or not.
Right. It wants to.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, sure.
I want to be back with her.
Yeah, I'll give it a
I want to
shot.
be in her arms. I don't want you holding me, you vile paladin.
Oh, I thought you were talking about you and your mom there for a hot minute.
Okay. So we know for a fact that it is the Creed Resolute. Well, then I think I potentially have another ally for us.
Who?
Okay.
Gideon.
How's Gideon going to help us? I mean, I agree we need Gideon's help, but how does that help in this situation?
He hates demons.
He only serves Zariel right now because he had no other option, and he told us when we first met him, if we know whoever brought them down here, then he will fight against them. So he will turn against Zariel.
Wait. That's something you said there was interesting. If he is from this town, how did he get out of it?
He's down here. What are you talking about? He's in the graveyard.
Yeah, he didn't get out of the
I
contract.
thought he said the only reason he was serving her was because.
He was a priest. He was a cleric of Lathander. And
And
then
Zariel was an angel of Lathander.
and Zariel was an angel of Lathander. And when they were brought down here, he kind of dumped the whole Lathander part and is now serving only Zariel. But with this information, I'm confident that we can turn him.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know that his master was actually the architect of his demise.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
Definitely.
I
goes to
forgot
Aaron.
about that guy. So
He's a very useful tool.
yeah, but we often
Helper.
forget
Helper.
about him until one person remembers. Hey, what about this guy?
No, I mentioned him last time before we stopped.
Yeah.
Because he's
I
gonna be.
forgot.
He's gonna. Yeah, he forgot because I said he's not gonna be too happy that my mom just raised a lot of his dead people.
Oh yes, I do actually remember you saying that.
I'm just gonna kind of walk over to Bernie as we're kind of all talking, and I'm just gonna ask her. I'm like, can we speak openly here, like very quietly?
Yes, this is completely open. We
Okay.
all need to group think this.
Well,
So
I'm
we
just
all-
making sure that I'm just making sure that everyone here knows your secret.
Secret?
The time for those secrets have passed.
Okay, fair enough. Like the whole point, we were trying to hide it from Mahadi, so that's why I went and I asked her that.
Oh,
I
Mahadi's in the
said-
room with us.
Yes, he's literally standing in front of you.
I was like, okay.
The Rue just
take out-
doesn't
good to
see
know.
Mahadi
So-
anymore at all.
I take out my
will,
knight. I take out my dagger.
Kill him.
Mahadi will assist in whatever way that I command him to.
What?
Nice.
No, wait a minute.
I
thought
believe
he-
it. I
I
believe it.
believe. I thought he was tied to Who's that demon guy?
Asmodeus.
Something- Yeah, I thought he was tied to Asmodeus.
Are you talking to Mahadi or are you talking to?
Yes. No, I'm talking. I don't talk to Mahadi. I hate.
He's
his
talking
guts.
out loud.
Are you
I'm
talking?
not.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
room,
I'm
or are you
talking out loud, but kind of to.
Bernie.
Or are you just
Bernie.
talking like to us, like
This is
out
the
of
live.
here?
This is the live reaction.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, okay.
That would be exactly what it is. Wait a minute. I thought he was tied to Asmodeus.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
how about we keep that down, Bard?
We
Who
said
said that?
everything's open.
This is open
Right?
room.
No secrets. Now there's secrets. I don't get it.
I told your companions here that I cannot willingly betray Asmodeus, and I will not. But
but if Bernie makes you act against your will, you're not going to be upset about that.
correct.
Fair
You
enough.
can't get out. You
He's,
can't convince Amadeus to help us.
he's gonna literally kill us if he comes up here, Roos.
Why would
Let's
he
not
help us
press that
against
one.
his own general?
If Asmodeus,
Not Asmodeus. Who's the other one?
Inogu?
Tiamat?
No, not Tiamat. The one
We're
that,
talking
that,
about
that smacked me around and killed all of us just to bring us up to the mountain to see.
Bell?
Bell?
Bell. I thought he was answering the bell. He doesn't answer the bell?
No.
no.
Asmodeus is the ruler of the nine hells.
No, I'm understanding now. I'm up to date. Thank you.
Okay.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Was
Bell,
that yeah?
can't we go talk to
Exactly.
him?
Bernie,
Centered,
a long
focused.
again, we need to know what our objectives are before we start counting arms.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not
So
counting
the-
arms. I'm trying to figure out if there are an arm.
The objectives are break the
Threefold.
contract. We
Save Nukar.
free Needwander. We take care of Tiamat. Those are the three objectives we have. Anything else is ancillary.
So,
There we go.
Yunogu just gets to come along for the ride.
I mean, I
We
imagine
don't even know
that's
why she's coming.
I imagine that's why he's here anyways.
I mean, based off of the vision we saw in Idoglen, he might be coming here because Zariel's coming here. They didn't seem to get along too well.
I mean, did he ever get along with anybody here? Let's start with that one.
And thus illustrates our very unique situation that we are in.
I just start awkwardly waving to Bernie for no reason.
Yeah. Hi, Bernie!
I was waving my dagger in the back of
Mahadi's
Mahadi.
throat.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I did.
Yeah.
You're like, I will gut you when we're finished. Yeah, and a ruse, fourth objective in his head. He's like, kill Mahadi.
Kill
Yeah,
Mahadi.
kill Mahadi.
Make it look like
Objective 4, make sure Mahadi doesn't make it out of this con. Bernie says, and thus illustrates our very unique situation that we are in and why myself and my companions. Oh, by the way, she points to the silver-haired woman. This is Nye.
Nye?
9?
And the dark-skinned man, and this is Vin.
Vin.
What? Vin, as in V-I-N?
Nope, as in V-I-M.
Vim.
Vim.
Okay.
Bronze
I
dragon,
thought
right?
it was like the VIN number.
We don't know
Brass.
they're dragons yet, right?
Brass, right? Brass.
Yes, we do. Well, I do.
I know.
Yeah, you do. I don't think I do.
I know.
As we've discussed
Dex
before,
amazing perception.
the ruling of Avernus, regardless of whatever supplanting happens to whatever leader, it creates a natural vacuum. And there will be a ruler, whether we want it or not.
Does that
But
matter to us who the ruler is?
if it lines up with our primary objectives, if we have an opportunity to control who gets put into that leadership role, then I think we need to take that opportunity.
Like, no.
Okay.
You know this area better than us. Who would you recommend as being the new ruler?
Who are your candidates?
Yes. Do they have backing?
Tiamat is a no.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, that's
Solid-
a given.
solid no.
Actual candidate, Bernie.
I'm going through because, like you said, why else would Yanogu be here?
To fill the vacuum.
That this could be the opportunity that he's looking for.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. But is there anyone else that you would suggest, or would you say, let's go with?
I think we should put
the Goo
Baru as the leader of Avernus and leave him down here. He's got it, guys.
No.
I mean, we're giving joke answers now, right?
Okay, let her finish. Let's let her finish. Let's get
All right.
get this
I know.
information.
We're insufferable. Please continue.
You're insufferable.
Silence. Continue, Bernie.
Myself and Nye and Vim, we have been on this plane for longer than we care to remember. We've done it all in service to our master, the great Bahamut. At that name, Bahamut, Zandak, you can hear just a little wind pass through your harmonica.
I like, wherever I have it stored, I kind of like put my hand over it like, did they hear that?
Just whisper shh to your pocket.
I didn't.
You just pat your pocket.
And I just thought you farted.
in service to our master, if we are able to somehow fool the rest of the inhabitants of Avernus to accept one of our leads, we will make that sacrifice.
But who? Who do you want to lead?
One of the three of them, Rue. That's
But-
what she's saying.
That would mean
Two.
that you would have to form a agreement with Asmodeus, no?
No, she just wants the dragons.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, one of them.
Yes, one
Yes.
of them.
I mean,
I'm so dense.
You're supposed to be
Yeah.
smarter than me, Rue.
What's your intelligence?
10.
Oscar is going to be so confused when he watches
Yeah.
this.
oh my gosh.
We're sorry, Oscar. We're sorry.
Yes,
Okay.
very
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So one of the dragons is going to rule this realm?
It's an option.
The them at your question, Cedric. He's just kind of standing there, very stoic, looking awesome, and just looks over at you and says, "That is correct."
But it's correct. I missed the question.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
what was your
Oh
question?
my
I was
gosh.
too
in
busy
order
explaining
to
to Rue.
rule, in order to rule Avernus, one must form a pact or agreement with Asmodeus.
Ah,
And
Okay.
You know
He's
that
not
because
going to
that's
let-
exactly what happened. That's exactly what Zariel did.
Exactly. He's not
So-
going to let some random person rule the first layer of his domain without them
You
being
th-
involved.
So you think he'd allow a dragon to do that?
He allowed an angel.
is
Evil angel. You got to admit, it's pretty evil.
she evil originally?
Exactly.
So does that mean the dragon? Does that mean one of
Yes.
you is going to turn into evil?
That's why they call it a sacrifice. I
That's
think.
why they're calling it a sacrifice.
Well, couldn't we just let Zariel continue to reign? But
We either have to kill her or, I'm guessing, convert her, because why else would she break her contract?
put her to the good side.
That's
Correct.
our number one
Right.
goal.
So again, I mean no offense to you, Bernie, or Nye, or Vim, but I would rather not see you go to the evil. Why couldn't Bell return to his position as ruler?
Sure, he was on the candidates list.
If we let them finish, we might see who the other candidates are.
But we were. I'm shutting up.
No, we're
You
not.
keep
finished.
interrupting every third word, Aru. And you too, guys.
I'm
Nye
explaining.
kind of giggles, and she says, "There are no candidates. Bell, Yanogu, someone's going to rule." What Bernie was saying was that if we have an opportunity to put one of us in, then our loyalty to Bahamut would behoove us to do so.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand.
What? Okay, I do have to ask another question there. I'm sorry. What benefit do you get from that? Like, why are you volunteering for that? Like, what benefit are you seeing? You saw what happened to Zara. Like, she's not the same person. What benefit do you think it's going to be of you being the ruler?
I was asking.
Bernie says, "You see, Paladin," and she kind of looks around the room. "Your time here in Avernus has been short, although I'm sure it seemed much longer."
Yeah, it's almost been like 2 years.
Yes.
It feels like over 2 years. We have been here much longer, and something unthinkable happened. We made friends. We have relationships with denizens here that if Yanogu does somehow win the day, we do not want that. We do not wish for them to suffer.
Okay.
And Asmodeus has to come and
Okay.
set right the imbalance.
Sure. So one of your objectives then is to protect the existing denizens of Avernus from sheer annihilation.
Correct.
Okay.
No, that's not your objective. Your objective is you want to take over.
That is literally the opposite of what they're saying, but okay, Aru.
They will take over in place of Yanogu. Yanogu
No.
will not fill the power
No.
vacuum.
That's not what they said. They said none of the others are candidates.
No, they're saying that it's inevitable. There's no candidates. Whoever has the most power will fill the vacuum. So if we have the option to put somebody in that vacuum, they'd prefer it to be one of them over the literal demon prince that's coming this way.
That's not why I came down here. I didn't come down here to overthrow people and put in new people in place. I came down here to save some people, find my mother.
Well, in order to save
Well-
the people, we have to get rid of.
We have to do
Sorry.
something.
I have no problem. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
I have no problem with saving Nukar.
And so you're also on the same page as if we defeat Zariel, there'll be a vacuum.
And I don't care what happens after that. I don't care what happens after that.
Okay.
Sure, you have every right to feel that way. However, if we, as the rest of the individuals here, care to think more forward than that, then we will. But if you want to check out after that point, that is a-okay by me, Aru.
I don't think we have. We don't have the authority to decide who takes place in this.
I mean, I think we have plenty of authority because we're literally having a discussion about overthrowing the current ruler of Avernus.
But we don't have a decision on. We're overthrowing the evil that's preventing us. I wouldn't be down here overthrowing her if it wasn't for the fact that she's got these folks right here that I care about stuck. That's the only reason I'm overthrowing her. I'm not here to start up a new regime. I never came down. I never agreed to this.
Okay.
None of
But
us did.
the sheer fact that we are overthrowing her is creating a new regime. So if we can do that in a way that doesn't give Tiamat power and doesn't give a literal demon power,
The demon had
that's a
power
better-
before.
Yeah, but the
Not-
demon would have. It would be worse. It'd be all around worse if he was in charge.
I've been here for
think
2
of-
years
think
now.
of
I don't see how
Bern-
it can be
think-
worse.
Think of Bernie's vision, where she saw Tiamat slaying Bahamut. That
All right with Tiamat. I agree with you on Tiamat. On the
this
three-
is why we're having this conversation.
Okay,
Because
I'm just saying.
there's a power vacuum and someone's going to fill it.
And let them fight it over.
Well, what
This
happens
place is
if
pure evil.
Tiamat wins?
If we
No,
have the option,
no. I'm here to defeat Tiamat. I agree on R3. R3 is to either kill or convert Zariel.
so
Agreed.
Aru,
I don't care what happens between these dragons who are looking to rule, or Bel, or the Yaganzu. I don't care. Let them fight it out.
all right, I'm not pressing.
Serene puts her hand on your shoulder, Aru, and says, "Yanogu."
He does that a lot. All right, I'm
I
not
haven't-
pressing this issue with Aru anymore because
Yeah.
I
I
know
have it written down right here too.
I know from being down here for long enough, it's like talking to a brick wall. So please let us continue this meeting and get some productivity going on here. If everybody else is in agreement, let's move on.
You don't want to take.
I mean, I kind of like Aru's outbursts. They make me feel like comfortable at home.
Bernie, please continue with what you have to say.
I think Zandak would agree.
Only gotten 2 sentences out.
I don't know. He's got a lot more. He stopped. You interrupted. You started this
This
interruption.
is the whole session. It's gonna be Bernie saying 2 words and then Aru just backsassing the entire time.
Understand now. Wait a minute, guys. Backing this up. Understand what my character's alignment is.
You're like neutral, so you don't. That's why you don't care. Yeah, I get that.
So, back into character.
Yeah, and we're just having none of that at this point. So
You're good.
But
You're
the
good,
rest
and
of-
you're
the
good.
rest-
You're playing your characters right. Yeah.
The rest of us are like, all right, we're checked out with the rule.
Yeah.
Please continue.
yeah,
I just
Bernie,
want you to
please
know that
continue.
it's not Michael that's saying this.
No, I know.
It's a rule.
Wait, I mean, Michael, when I've been saying silence, that's not me getting mad at you. That's Cedric being like, shut up.
That's Cedric
Oh.
getting mad at a rube.
These evil dragons. What are you gonna? What's your next plan for us? What
Yeah,
else are you gonna tell us
classic.
to do?
I'm tempted to cast the silence spell on a rube, guys.
That'd be hilarious. You should do that.
I know it would be.
Bernie, seeing whatever opportunity Bernie has to speak, she tries to interject.
Okay.
Regardless of the leadership of Avernus, if we somehow survive this,
Yes.
that's a whole other thing that we can think about later.
I
If
think
these
that
are
should be
our
step
objectives,
4. Right?
if these are our objectives, kill or convert Zariel, restore Newander, and
Destroy Tiamat.
Tiamat.
I mean,
destroy is a strong word.
Seal.
Defeat is all I said.
Prevent
Yeah.
her from taking
Stop.
power.
Stop her resurrection, or whatever it is. Put her back where she belongs.
You guys, yeah. You guys are the experts in the Tiamat field. We literally accidentally revived her, so we clearly have no idea what we're doing.
The question is, what you said is interesting, Cedric, because if she's not risen yet, should we prevent that first?
I thought
I was gonna say,
your
like,
vision, you
no
saw
offense.
the five-headed dragon coming this way.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or is it
Yeah.
not going to come until 3 days from now? Like,
Right.
she's not going to be fully risen until 3 days from now.
Yeah, so Cedric, or Xanax can say, Cedric, no offense, but, like, I kind of would like to move Tiamat to number 2 on the list. Like, nothing
That's
against...
where I had her.
Oh, okay. I thought we had her at
I-
3.
I gave it in no priority order. Okay,
Oh, okay,
I was
gotcha.
just saying that
I
we
did.
could move on.
Gotcha.
I have no car number 2.
Because
I'd rather save my brother.
because that is my order simply because while you guys have taken on the quest to help me with my brother, and I greatly appreciate that, that is strictly a personal situation for me and not affecting the lives of hundreds or thousands or entire planes of existence.
If
Yeah.
he becomes
so
the next
that-
ruler of Avernus, that
I'm
might be
so
a problem.
good. I'm so good.
But it's still less of a problem than Tiamat becoming the next ruler of Avernus.
I don't know, man. Dwarkar was getting kind of weird there at the end.
Anyways, do you have more to say, Bernie?
No, only that if those are our 3 objectives, then we need to problem solve. How do we solve each one of them?
Okay.
We're
well-
not going to tell you everything that we're going to do, because then you'll just thwart us in the end.
No, because Aru.
I'm talking
when he,
to Chris.
Back into a dragon form.
Number 1, we're going to cast this spell.
we have a whole
Okay, Chris, you can
thing.
leave now. No, I'm kidding.
All right,
sign
Chris,
off for the night,
bye.
Chris.
It was
We
a
got
great
this.
session having you.
That's what the secret group is for. That Chris isn't a part of. It's fine, guys.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Even though Michael literally ruined my first idea because I can't read a spell.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Let
you
me tell you, I picked up the spell and have had it for about maybe
Never.
10 weeks, or no, more than 10, probably about 3 months now, and then kicking myself because I want to
alright.
use it, but I can't.
I have a whole nother plan for that one though. So
All right.
we'll talk about it later.
So, in order to problem solve this, though, Bernie, we first need to know what resources we have available. So, we
Yes.
have the 5 of us here. obviously you three are willing to assist. Do you have anything else at like? Have you, the agents of Bahamut, anything else to provide, or is that all coming from Mahadi? Because we can get to him next.
As far as Bahamut, we are it.
Okay, so
Okay.
we have three dragons.
Really?
We have three dragons. Do I know how big they are with True Sight, Chris?
Do they seem ancient to you?
Are they labeled ancient, adult, young?
Well, I know that Bernie is an ancient red or copper
Not
dragon,
red.
right?
The ancient red dragon. She's been
I know that
fooling us
Bernie's
the
an
whole time.
ancient copper,
Aru's
right? Like
been
we
right
established
the
that
whole
by
time.
seeing her size. So it's like if I see them, are they bigger, the same size, smaller? Like
So I mean, logically deducing it, they're the same size.
okay, so we have three dragons of considerable power. Mahadi, I'm guessing the two flying fortresses are yours.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't
We
have
have-
to worry about those. That's
Yeah,
good.
and we have another one on the way. That's ours.
We have half of one on the way.
It's
Um,
one. It's one of ours.
One with limited
no-
capabilities.
No armaments.
Gassed, Mahadi kind of perks up and says, "Oh, very interested. What kind of weaponry were you able to fit onto yours?"
Nothing. But what we do have is a
Spirit power.
teleportation device on it and a unloading dock for a tormentor. So that's what we got.
We were thinking more
Okay.
long term with our
We've
modifications.
had it for like 15 hours. Okay,
It really, it's honestly, we just came into possession of it.
that's why I said it's really more of a half.
As soon as
What
Mahadi
else,
started
Mahadi?
speaking,
What else
Aru killed him.
do you have to provide?
start remembering the words to reverse gravity.
You're like power word kill.
Hate this guy.
All right.
Fake tiger.
What does Mahadi have?
Tony the tiger.
Someone, are we writing these down? Someone writing these down?
Writing what down?
Kind of, yeah.
The our resources.
Yeah, I have 5. Us, 3 dragons. Question mark. We don't know how many on Mahadi's group is going to work with us.
Ancient dragons.
Oh, excuse me, ancient.
Brass, silver,
But-
bronze. Right?
But your god is staying out of the fight. I hate gods. I hate gods. They're useless.
That's what. That's. Aru's the worst guy to have a battle plan with, because he thinks everybody's working against him. That's actually on his side. All he does is backsass during the war meeting.
Is
Hate
it
the gods.
Is it bronze, not copper? It's a bronze dragon, not a copper dragon.
Bronze,
Is
yeah.
that correct?
Copper, silver, brass. Brass. It's brass.
So it's copper. Okay, so he's a brass dragon. Bernie is a copper dragon.
Yes.
Okay, I had that flipped.
Okay.
Bernie's copper.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 3 flying fortresses, 2 and a
The maiden.
maiden. Yeah, flying
We
fortresses.
have the salamanders of the Fire Snake Forge that can help forge weapons and armor.
Those guys.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, that'll be great
They're
in a
not,
fight.
they're not really that great. No.
They're not.
We have the fleet of imps that can be used for information gathering and messaging.
Well, that's actually not awful.
Can
okay.
we have them
Yeah.
go gather information about where these armies are at and when they're going to get here? Now? Sooner rather than later?
Can we convince them to turn around and leave?
Right now, in the middle of the inventory, or like
Yeah,
Oh,
keep
no,
go-
no,
keep
No,
No.
keep going. The
Keep going.
inventory. This is us spitballing ideas.
okay. We have several. We have a large supply of demon ichor that could be manufactured into arms.
Yeah.
If we don't have people, it doesn't matter how many arms you have.
We got a whole army that we just got raised.
How many of those do we have?
Oh, we're not there yet. We're
Yeah,
working
we're
on
doing
Mahadi.
Hold on.
Oh, Mahadi still?
Yeah, we're still on Mahadi.
I thought he was done. I'm sorry.
Way to interrupt,
You're
Aru.
jumping the gunaroo. Mahadi's got 8 legions of
hold on,
demons.
I'm trying to find the other shops that I had to add along the way.
Aru's like, that's not enough. You don't got anything.
Enough.
Ogma?
Is there that one dude that
Well, that'd be
threatened to...
handy.
That'd be handy.
What about that one dude that threatened to keep Zandak forever in a casino?
Yeah, the
Oh
casino one.
yeah.
I think that could help. He seems
Well, let's
cool.
go back to Ogma. We have one god in the battle at least,
I think he would-
unaffiliated.
Honestly, I think he would just punk us the whole time.
Yeah, honestly, I'm more concerned about him being there than not.
He'd throw us in a library that has no exit.
Okay, here we go.
Zariel in there.
Oraxel does have quite a few bodies that we could throw at this conflict.
That is the casino guy.
Casino
right,
guy,
Chris?
yep.
Okay.
He's a pit fiend.
Or Raxel.
Oraxel, yep.
Call him the Big O.
I think it was the A. Oraxel.
I'm gonna call him Big O.
Oh, it's Oraxel.
Yep.
And depending on how willing people are to being cursed, of course, I mean we could just curse all of Oraxel's lot from Stormy's souvenirs to outfit them.
Yes, I still need to talk to that
Oh
guy.
yeah, that guy. When we
They're-
were gonna.
They're going to die anyways, so
What about the slime guy that we gave that book to? We made super intelligent because we gave away the whining book.
You gave the book away?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put the book
Yeah.
inside the skeleton, the slime.
Wait, were you there for that too, Michael?
No, I remember it happening.
No, this is Cedric saying this.
Oh,
Because
oh,
I'm guessing
sorry.
Gast is saying this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought you were
okay,
saying
yeah,
it.
guess that.
and Mock T's candies will be able to grant random boons to our army as well.
Cool. All right.
I don't
We
think
need-
Das was there for the book thing. It was
I
just
had
me
the
and
book,
Venari.
so I thought
I
heard
went
you
and stole it from
pickpocket
you.
me. That's what you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So we don't know. Okay, so none of that. We only know that only Zandak and Donari know about that.
Okay.
What about Ogma? You didn't mention Ogma.
Or what about Mandy?
So what we need to know from your forces, Mahadi, we need recon for the from the imps. Absolutely, I think everyone is in agreement on that.
Yes.
What we need to know is how much equipment can we get from the Fire Snake Forge. We need to know what type of weapons or armaments you're talking about with this demon Ichor, because this is not something that we just know what that means. And for Araxel's men, we need to know exactly how much.
And what kind of boons for that candy?
And if
Like
you
crit
want
chance?
to crit chance.
You can crit on a 15 and higher.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Zandak just instantly kills everything.
And if you want to outfit all of his army from Stormy's shop, I honestly don't care. That's not a decision.
Og.
Kind of waves towards the door, and Cedric, you're able to see. Or I guess it doesn't give you. No, you can see invisibility, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
With
I
true
can see
sight,
yeah.
everything.
True
True
sight.
sight, yeah. You see this imp fly up. The rest of you do not.
If he gets within 10 feet of me, I can.
When he gets right up to Mahadi, you can see him.
So I see it first. I see it first, Zandak. I see it first.
That's
Fine.
the first time this entire campaign.
I know.
But I mean, you're anyways.
Don't take this away from me.
I probably still hear it before you. They make sound.
He whispers something to the imp, and then the imp flies away.
I can read lips. What does he say?
I'm getting numbers and information for you right now.
Okay.
Very good.
Perfect.
Okay. And so,
Ogma.
why do you keep saying that name?
That's just a rude, just in the background, just saying this one word over again.
Because that's one of the people. Is Ogma going to help us or not?
Why? What is he the god of, Chris? Because I don't know any of that story, right? Because you weren't really talking to me at that point, Aru. So it's like I know none of your interactions with this guy.
Mahdi looks at you, Aru, and says, "What about Ogma?"
Is he with us? Will he help us fight?
I fail to understand what you mean.
I'm guessing that you weren't aware that Ogma had a tent in your shop for a while.
What are you? Ogma had a tent. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's how Aru got that book that was written by him in the future.
Hey, to get the book, you brought it to me.
Oh, that's right.
The god Ogma.
Yeah.
Are you
No.
sure?
No, it's not. No,
Listen,
that's not his name. What's his
I-
name? Wait a minute. Omego.
I remember this guy because I was in his
Omgo.
stupid bookshop for like an hour trying to find the exit.
No, remember, it was backwards. His name was spelled backwards. We're saying the god's name and not his name when he was there.
I know.
What is it? Amago?
Omego, or something like
Amago.
Omego,
You
yeah.
want the old man to help you?
The bookstore owner. He has books. I don't know how that
I
would
think-
be helpful to the war effort.
I
Is he
think-
still here?
Aru should go talk to this guy.
Is he still with you? Last time they were here, they couldn't find him.
As
If
far
he's
as,
there,
as far as I know.
All right, Aru.
God, I'm gonna have to talk to a guy.
That's your
I'm not-
mission, Aru.
I'm not
If you
going.
I am not going either. Cedric could go with you. I am not going.
I don't know why we're going to waste our time talking to an old man.
You would know if you were there.
I was in the bookstore and I got led around for ages. Remember?
Oh, that's right. I
Complete
forgot
waste
you.
of time. You
forgot-
left me there.
Cedric,
I did.
Cedric,
No.
I'll tell you in just a little bit. Let's. I think you're derailing the conversation again. Let's try to bring it back to the back to Bernie.
Very
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Okay. So then the other thing that we know that we have Feria. We have whatever forces El Terrell itself has, which
How many
I
is that?
realize at this point you may not know because you just had this catastrophe happen and then people were just brought back to life by Serene. Thank you, Serene. We're forever in your debt for that.
Oh yeah, you are.
Shut up, Aru. I wasn't talking to you.
Not right now. Not right now, Aru.
So if we could get everyone here and you could get them organized and figure out what we have available in terms of actual fighters as fast as we possibly can, that would be great.
We also have, who did you mention? I can't remember his name. The
Necro-
Death Eater,
Yeah. Gideon.
Gideon.
The
And
Death
we-
Eater. Just changed worlds.
And we have my mom. Don't forget my mom.
Still waiting to hear her
No.
powers.
Oh yeah, I asked about that earlier. I don't think
And then
we're
you got-
there yet. Anyone else there? Bernie? Anyone else that we're missing?
So that's a solid no on getting Belle to help us.
I was gonna say, is
Bell
it?
Yeah.
is a potential option that we should discuss.
But the only thing
Bell
that
and her
I can
army.
the only thing that I can
Is-
imagine that would motivate him is to become the next ruler of Avernus, right? Isn't that
Right.
literally the only thing that we got that would even consider him helping us?
Exactly.
Is that a problem?
I mean, honestly, according to Aru, we don't really care what happens afterwards. So no, right, Aru?
That's what in fact, that's why I think.
Well,
Okay,
What-
go on. Tell me what I think, Cedric.
Nye and Vim and Bernie. I mean, I know you don't want Yanogu. Do you care if it's Bell?
Are you asking
Yes.
the dragons?
That was a direct question to the dragons. I looked at them. I said, Nye, Vim, and Bernie.
He pointed
do
at
you
each
care?
of them
Yes.
to get their attention.
Yes.
Nod
Because
of
I'm,
his head.
You,
do you care?
again, our preference would be one of us.
Okay.
Let's see.
But you wouldn't be opposed to the idea of it being Bell. Because he's been the ruler of Avernus before,
And
right?
if it means us getting a whole other army on our side, it's kind of a big deal.
Yes. That like, where does your claim to this fall? Are you like, it definitely needs to be one of us? It needs to be us over Yanogu, or if that gets another force on the field to fight and actually help us, are you against it?
I'm
Do
not
we
making
need
it.
those forces in order to be successful?
I would rather have
from-
more.
We're evaluating options right now. I need to
Potentially.
know where you stand.
We've got Tiamat, and I don't think Tiamat's coming by ourselves because we were there.
And our plan is accomplishing your goals.
Okay.
So if forces help you achieve goals 1, 2, and 3, then that supersedes goal number 4.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Fair enough.
So that is an option. We don't
Yes.
necessarily. It's not a yes, but it's not a no either.
Is there a way to defeat Tiamat with the small army that we have right now? Because this is small.
I would think it's almost entirely dependent on the report we get back from the imps that Mahadi just sent out.
Agreed. I mean, we could always leave Bell, recruiting Bell for like waiting to hear from them to see, and then if we hear that they have more than we're expecting, then talk to Bell.
And potentially an option for this too is engaging one of them prior to them getting here. Again, I think that almost entirely is dependent on what the intelligence report is more than anything else. Because none of these sides like the other. Okay, they're all against each other. So at the very least, when they all get here, they're not just fighting us.
Yes, that is definitely something we need to make sure in our planning that we somehow position this to make sure those forces know the other ones are there. We are probably the primary goal for most of them, but to make sure that they are focusing on each other.
And Mahadi, out of curiosity, do you think the other 4 factions know that the others exist and that they're all coming here around the same time?
I'm positive when the other armies begin to march that they will all be aware of each other's presence.
Okay.
Okay.
Another question: since we have like a lot of like super smart people here, like, is anyone aware of like how to restore Newander's soul? Because like that would be a good one to start with if we can engage them first, if it's an option. But we need to know
Right.
how to do it first.
Yeah, we have 2 things that we need to discuss. That's one. So let's go with that first.
Serene, sitting. She's still sitting on the bench. I don't know where you guys are at, but
Well, you said we were by the destroyed altar, right? Because the altar was destroyed, so like we're just in that area, right?
I'm hanging out by the dragons.
By the way, did Feria respond at all when I asked her those questions, or like did she and that just got like lost in there, or did she just like?
What was the question, Zephyria?
Okay, Chris didn't hear them because we were so distracting.
Okay.
I asked Feria, like, we need to know what forces we have from that remain in El Terrell.
Oh, yeah.
And like a lot of people have just been resurrected. There's a lot of stuff that happened. She may not know right now, but we need to find that out as soon as possible.
Yeah. As soon as I know, you'll know.
Fantastic.
Serene glances over at you, Cedric, and she looks up. I feel I know so much about you, and yet know nothing. May I see the ring?
I give her the ring to my brother.
Whisper to Aru, I think your mom has a crush on Cedric.
It's the sword. It's just the sword.
I am prettier than Michael.
He is very pretty.
I take out my 2 daggers. One's pointed at you, one's pointed at Cedric.
You know, honestly, that's better than I expected the reaction to be.
It's okay. I don't notice it because I have a terrible perception.
She reaches out for the ring.
I give it to her. I handed her the ring.
Okay. She kind of looks at it, looks into that red gemstone. Just kind of, she seems like her. She looks troubled by it. And she hands it back. From what I know about these items, sinister in nature. The original housing for the soul, Newander himself, has to be willing to receive his soul back.
Okay.
And once broken, in his presence or not, if he is willing, then his soul will return.
What happens if he's not willing and it's broken?
His soul will seek out whatever it is attracted to. And in this plane, that would be the river Styx.
Okay,
So
don't break it yet.
If he is not willing to accept it, his soul will be lost forever.
Yes.
So we got to be sure.
Cool.
Right.
All right.
Can I speak?
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
He's asking permission. So yeah, Saru, you can speak.
Thanks,
yes,
everyone,
Yes,
for
son.
giving me permission. Actually, it's to Cedric. What about his attraction to the Jorkar sword?
What about it?
Are we going to have to separate him from that before he'll accept?
I feel like we have to confront him before we risk it. We need to separate him from that hammer.
Agreed.
100%.
and then we need to make sure that he is ready and will, because if we got this before he was abducted, before we came here and he was taken control of by Drogdeath, I think we could have broke
Breath.
it. We could have broke it, and it would have immediately happened. I am not so sure right now what has happened to him over the past. I guess it's really
2
only been
years.
like 5 days, Chris. It hasn't actually been that long.
Yeah, it's only
Probably
been like a year.
a week. only a year.
Yes, Aru?
So we're not trying to save Dwarkar at all.
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say it, I think the fact that he's tried to kill us a couple times after he turned into a
On multiple
hammer.
occasions. Yep.
Yes. And even when he was a dwarf, let's be real, he was kind of acting a little sus.
A little or a lot?
I was
He's
giving him a
refused
lot.
to turn away from Talos time and time again. He has tried to kill us. He has possessed my brother. You can try and save him if you want. I will not stop you. But he is not coming nowhere near me ever again, or he is going in the river Styx.
And, I mean, let's be honest. He's a hammer right now, guys. So, honestly, if we separate him, we just throw him in either mine or Zandak's bag of holding, and
Yeah,
we
did
deal with
we-
him later.
Did we decide on that? Like, if we break contact, like, he can't, like, communicate telepathically? Like, Dwarkar can't talk to someone that they're not physically in contact with?
He'd be on another plane of existence, so there's no way he'd be able to. However,
No, I
Chris,
mean, I just mean
correct
taking
me
him
if I-
away.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the thing that got us in trouble originally with Dwarkar Hammer was that I just kept him lying around out in the open and he could listen to all of us, regardless if I was touching him or not.
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. Like, we determined that the contact doesn't really matter. He can still communicate without contact, so it does have to be a bag.
Correct. Yes.
Serene kind of pats your leg, Aru, and rubs it. And she says, "Go ahead, honey. Speak your mind."
Thanks, Mom. Don't feel the love right now.
Gast audibly laughs at that.
So, if a hammer is a sentient being, if we throw it in the river Styx, thoughts?
Chris, what do I have to roll as a weaponsmith to figure out what would happen if we did
Wouldn't that be more of an arcana?
That'd probably be way more of an arcana check, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you're not an
anyway.
expert in trapping a person's consciousness
Yeah.
into weapons. No.
Okay, Oscar,
Okay.
as you watch this, now's the time where you need to roll an Arcana check.
Actually, you know what? I have his stats.
Actually,
No, I know you can too, Michael. I'm just making a joke.
Zandak does magic now, so he's pretty good with arcana. So, just letting you guys know.
If we want,
You guys
one of
can
us
roll,
could one of
right?
us could roll for.
Yeah, it would be an Arcana check. Whoever's rolling it, it's an Arcana check.
Yeah, like there's no you don't have to have permission to roll, right? Like it's knowledge.
Zandak rolls, holy
minute,
crap!
wait
Zandak got a natural 20. So,
Did
but
you
that's only
really?
a 23. So,
That's pretty good though.
still probably less than.
Hold on.
Aru
What,
can do.
Michael?
I got a 5.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Aru?
I have guidance.
Boop. There you
How much does
go.
that give?
A D4. You also just muted yourself from the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying.
Scott, do you want to roll for Venari?
No,
Got a
I don't
plus
know.
9.
No. Oh, for Venari. No. Because
It's not good. I rolled real low. I have a plus
Aurora,
11.
Aurora, what are you looking? Are you just like fishing for general knowledge of what happens when you throw a sentient weapon into a body of water that
Destroy
Right.
His souls.
sucks
Right.
the souls out of people?
Also, it doesn't just suck the souls out; it makes them stupid.
It's true.
So that begs the question, Chris. What level of intelligence do you have to be sentient?
Xanac, with your roll of a 23, you would know, not much.
Okay.
About this. Because it's not like, maybe Amago has a book on,
I mean, I was in the river for quite a while, so
on something like this, but you would guess that the hammer could potentially function just like that submersible pod that you were in,
yeah.
for him.
So I'm gonna say, guys, I don't know if that would work. Like, the hammer would just protect him from the water, and so like he actually wouldn't change at all.
That's true, because he did say that he was looking out like a little window slit, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right. Very good. All right. Well, that throws away my idea.
Cedric, you don't have to raise your hand.
I'm just trying to maintain
It's only a
some order.
root.
Just trying to maintain some order here.
Point of order.
I'm more saying throw it into the river Styx as a metaphor for getting rid of it, destroying it, being done with it.
Well, didn't we decide that throwing it in the
don't-
bag of holding does that good enough, like to silence him?
We already
That's
decided that.
That's still in our possession, and
The
we
bag
have
of
to deal
holding,
with it.
though, is a temporary solution to a permanent problem, okay? Because, let's be real, destroying the Dorkar hammer probably isn't even on this list.
Yeah,
that
it's a
we're- that we're
post-campaign
talking
problem. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah,
That's a high level future campaign.
Yeah.
Depending on this this conflict ends.
about. Unless we all die, in which case it doesn't matter.
Oh, guys, we have another potential ally that we could potentially talk to.
Okay.
Mordenkainen.
Oh, yeah.
He seems like he just doesn't really care about much.
I mean, he might be...
Realm-altering events, though, maybe.
Maybe.
It might be interesting enough for him to be like, yeah, sure, I'll come down and be part of history, you know?
Venari's got his numbers.
Venari does.
Pop over and give him a
Venari
quick
does
chat.
have his teleportation circle, so
Give him a
we
call.
could do that. Rue and Venari can go on a recruiting mission together.
I got to talk to Amago.
We got
Yeah,
two people that we got to recruit, or three.
Three.
Yeah, Mago.
Three.
What?
Amago?
Or
I
if
have
you count
Amago.
Well, we're waiting
Huh?
for the imps for Bell.
I'm
But
gonna go.
Three we
we're
gotta
waiting
do
for
right now.
the priest guy whose name I forgot, and
Gideon.
Mordenkainen. Gideon.
Gideon.
And we
I have that down.
Red Ruth died, right?
Red
Yeah,
Dead
I
is
did.
dead.
I
Yep.
scried on her, or on Nukar, and he was literally beating her to death. So
Mad Maggie's dead.
Mad Maggie is dead. Thanks to
Yeah, thanks, guys, for bringing up all the women that died in my hand.
Well, you know what? Mandy's still around, Aru, so we can call on her for help.
I still don't understand that situation.
What about that Titan? Is he gone?
He's gone.
What was his...
He's gone. He's
He's gone? Okay.
He left the
But-
plane.
He did leave.
Okay, but we can leave planes too.
Can we
Which-
scry
Well,
on
you just
him?
gonna hop around
Go.
planes and try to find him?
But can you scry on him? Does scrying work through planes?
Scrying only works on the plane of existence you're in.
Got it.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to find him.
Same with sending, so both
Okay.
of those options are out.
He
Yep.
didn't care.
Put you in the bag and ask on the astral plane, see if he's there.
Yeah, I could go check the ethereal plane real quick and be like, hey, Buddy, are you here?
Oh, there you are.
Did we ever check on Moon Color?
Yep.
Did you ever scry on her?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's dead.
Yeah, he couldn't find him.
Big old dead.
So,
I got a-
allies, potential allies so far: Mordenkainen, Mahadi, Bell.
I thought Mahadi was a yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Are we talking potential or are we
But, I
talking
mean,
confirmed?
Potential. I mean, as in, you still need numbers and figures for a lot of his stuff.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm just getting my list so I know
So you
what
could
answers to
compare your
questions I
notes.
need to come up with.
Yes, I have a list. You want the list?
Sure. Mordenkainen, Mahadi, Bell.
Gideon.
Or I can just split
Yeah,
them.
like
Sorry.
I know. You're stealing his thunder, man. At every turn.
I'm so sorry. I'll raise my hand.
Mute yourself.
I
And raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Ancient Dragons 3. 3 Flying Fortresses.
can't hear you, Michael.
How can you not
I
hear
can hear him
me?
just fine.
I can
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you hear us?
I can't hear you, any of you guys.
We're
well.
talking.
That sounds like a you
That's
problem.
a you problem. That's a you problem.
Quick,
Oh.
let me steal all of Aru's thunder real quick. Here's
My
the
internet-
entire list.
My internet.
When I
just-
finally get the chance to shine, he doesn't even hear me.
That's right. You heard that.
I'm all ears. Tell me exactly. Tell me all you want to tell me. I can't hear anything. Okay, I can hear you now.
All right.
Good.
Try again.
3 dragons, ancient. Mahadi. 3 flying fortresses. We're going to need the stats on the 2 that are actually workable.
Do you want us to list off all of
What are you
Mahadi's
talking about? The
options?
third one is workable.
Or do you have
Do you
all?
have
All
that?
he gave me for Mahadi's was Mahadi.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll get there. I know what you're saying. Just a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
I'll get there. Araxel
Got it.
and friends. Max D, but not because he's going to be able to fight anyone, but because he's going to provide us with goodies.
candy.
Gideon. Mom, who we keep ignoring, poor Mom.
She's giving you all the attention in the world. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then, as potentials, we have Ogma, Gideon, Mordecai, and Bell.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Like-
I feel like I'm missing someone who's going to give us something. Oh yeah, the person who's going to give us the curses.
Oh, the cursed
Stormy.
item, dude. Yeah,
Who?
Stormy.
Stormy.
And that's
we're
all that I
also-
have.
We're also waiting on the numbers from Freya.
The
Mhm.
and then the lizard dudes. No, the salamander dudes. Making the weapons and armor, and
Oh, those
the
guys are.
Right.
Breaker.
We don't need the stats on those. I didn't
Those
think.
guys
That's why I didn't
suck.
mention those.
You just need me, guys.
Well, and the Icker people too. For
What
Can make more
Kicker
than
buffs.
you in 3 days. Because
Well,
there's
that
4
is-
of them.
Right.
That is
But
true.
we didn't need the stats on them. We just needed them to help us. He asked for the people he needed to get stats for.
oh, gotcha.
Okay. I need to look up info.
Do you want to take a quick break, Chris?
No, you guys can keep talking.
Okay.
So it's not.
So how's it going, guys?
I can
So-
go talk to Gideon.
Yeah, so we should probably decide who's going to talk to who.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Ogma. I mean, Amego or Lego Man. I don't know.
The book guy.
The book guy. Yeah.
I guess that leaves Gaston.
So Aru's
Leave
done
or-
till the fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Forge guys, whip them into shape, tell them that there's a new flying fortress that they gotta outfit.
Are you going to try and add weapons to that thing at all? We
Yes.
should try and find out what kind of weapons we can add to it, see if we have
Yes.
options.
Aru, did you want to talk to Serene about what she can add to the fight, or are you going to go talk to Almago first?
He'll ignore his own mother real quick and
Uh,
move on to
Asked her
this
that
guy.
help. I've asked for that information already. Actually, physically asked, said it out loud. So I would expect she would tell me when she's ready. Because I've said that out loud as my character. I've asked about her powers. And then Bernie interrupted and said, well, let's figure something else out first.
Well, now we have that figured out. So you're going to go to Amago.
So she's not going to tell me unless I ask her again?
Honestly, I want us to
Okay.
go through this entire session without Chris.
Well, I'm trying to get this straight. So you guys are all right. We have our assignments, and everyone's dividing up at this
No,
point.
we're just making conversation while you're doing this. We're just talking about what we're gonna do, Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
We're
not
just
splitting up right
deciding.
now. You said you had to look stuff up, so
Oh.
we're talking amongst ourselves.
That's what.
Right.
That's what I was making sure. I was like, is people just going and
No.
going?
We're not just. We're not.
Chris, we can't
You guys-
go anywhere without you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can
We
say
can-
whatever we want, but we can't go anywhere without you.
Yeah, we
Just
can say we're
on.
going here, but it just doesn't
So
exist.
then I guess
until you
Venari
say
and Zandak will go do Mordenkainen?
it. Ooh.
Or do you want
Yeah.
someone
Venari would be
more-
the best.
I think honestly. Hold on. Question. Wasn't he actively trying to make sure that we wouldn't be able to go back to the teleportation circle? So he
Yes.
literally wiped our memories.
Yes.
So imagine his reaction when Venari just pops right out and he's like, "Hey, buddy, I'm back at your teleportation circle. By the way, do you want to help us out?" Gonna be real, that's probably not a good way to start off
Did
your
he-
conversation with him.
I thought we wrote it down because
Right, because he wiped Venari's memory.
'Cause
no,
he
I thought it
told
was
Venari he
because
would
of
wipe
the
his memory.
the other memory thing with the dungeon that we were in.
No.
No.
Oh, gotcha.
No. He modified his memory.
Ah,
But then we wrote it down in Aru's book, and then Venari relearned the teleportation circle after he got his memory modified. So he really doesn't want to be found again. So, honestly, no offense to Zandak, but I feel like that is a Aru-worthy endeavor to go and convince this guy to come with us.
I can't panache him like Zandak can.
That's true, but doesn't panache only
But
last
you-
a minute?
Can teleport them there and back.
So can he. Venari can just make the teleportation circle.
No.
no,
That's
we
what
don't
we
want to
were
go
just
to the
talking
circle.
about.
We want
If
to do
he
a regular
uses the
teleport.
teleportation circle, Mordecai is going to probably kill him.
Yeah.
Or be really mad?
Okay, I don't know if you guys remember, but he didn't really like me because I made those fireworks, and
No,
he was
it's not
too
you
happy
that
with
you
me.
can be talking. I can go up and talk to him, but you got to get me there. I can't
You're
get there by
literally the
myself.
vehicle. That's all you are. You're the vehicle.
Oh, thanks. The tool.
Well,
Yeah.
you just
I
said that he
mean,
doesn't like you,
I
so
see-
Yeah, you're
Suppose-
actively hurting your own argument as the charisma-based player here.
I suppose we could take I could take Lulu in the Tormentor. That's 2 teleports, right?
no.
The teleport on the Tormentor gets you.
I can
300
teleport you
feet.
there.
Yeah,
I'll
nowhere.
teleport you there.
Okay. Then no.
It would probably be best, quite frankly, it'd be probably best if I came with you, Zandak.
Yes.
Because you
Probably.
don't have the ability to
Long-term panache him like Aru does.
well, not just that, but both of us could possibly use our bardic powers to help each
Oh,
other.
that's right. You guys could inspire each other.
Yeah.
Oh
my
my goodness.
my one
Oh, that's a
dice that I can give you.
nightmare.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Your D4.
My D4? I would
No.
get a D4 from you. You
Oh,
would get a D12 from me.
Right. You get a D6 from me.
It is
A
not.
My
D6.
It is
one.
not an even exchange.
One
I don't care.
D6.
I know
I
you
give
don't
you a
care. You don't need
D12.
it.
I give you a D12 and you get panache.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll talk to him, but he wasn't too keen on me, so I think I might be at a
I don't think he was really
disadvantage.
too keen on many of us, to be
On
honest.
any of us.
Yeah, he
I mean,
he was a-
didn't I? I kind of already kind of sweet talked him a little bit. I got that soul pouch from him.
I thought you kind of
True enough.
annoyed. I thought you annoyed him into giving you that, though.
I mean, isn't that the
Zandak
same
doesn't see
thing?
it that way.
I don't remember
Yeah,
how I got it. Though.
I think Venari, Zandak, and myself should go and try to at least
Talk to him. Sure.
talk to him.
Now,
Cedric, you have a good relationship with Gideon, I have a better relationship, but I mean, you have a good relationship with him. Just remember your manners.
Yeah, he's the
Treat
one
him
I'm
with
worried
res-
about.
Treat
I'm
him
not
with
concerned.
yeah.
If sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Aru.
Oh, no, go right ahead. I was just thinking.
If we were to kind of recruit Bell, would we either send an imp or would we have to go there in person? Because that's one I will agree with Aru where he should probably not talk at all, considering he was thrown up against a wall and beaten the last time we were there.
Yeah, I have no.
If we have to
street
talk
cred.
to Bell in person, I will speak with him.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. You have a relationship with that evil thing. You and her and that evil thing got along real well.
Yeah, so I guess
I wouldn't say that.
if we are going to go meet with Bell, I guess maybe I'll go with Cedric for that, and we'll take
No.
Lulu.
No, I don't think it'd be. I think it'd be good if I just didn't go.
Well, I'm not saying you're going. I'm saying me, not you. Just so Cedric's not alone.
When you say all, I thought you meant all, like the whole party, all five of
No,
us.
I was expecting this to be a.
I'll go as an I will go.
I will go. ILL. I'll
go.
I'll go.
So, because I was expecting if we're splitting off to recruit, you guys go do Mordenkainen at the same time we do Bell.
Right. And I'm taking. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I don't know how we get back because Lulu could only teleport once per day.
Just do it at like right before nighttime.
Yeah.
Just spend the night
Yes. Oh. My mom's coming with us wherever we go.
What a mama's boy.
Well, not that.
I mean,
that
we
depends.
did literally just go through hell to save her, so I think that's
It
fair.
depends on what my mother wants. If my mother is able to teleport you guys, maybe it would be best if she goes with you. I don't know what she can do. Mom, are you gonna do? What are your powers, Mom?
I don't know if it's a good idea for her to teleport us into the middle of a devil's lair. You know? Might not go over well.
Okay, you can go with me.
Just a thought.
Just hate my mom. That's okay.
Yeah, that's what it is, Rue. I hate your mom.
You
It's
heard
okay.
it, Mom.
Cedric has a crush. Cedric has
nothing
a crush
to-
on your mom.
Has nothing to do with him just not wanting your mom to be killed by Bell, but you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Listen, we all know Aru instantly skews everything that's negatively said ever. So
You guys are gonna love my character next time.
Gast is so innocent.
I am
Yeah.
innocent. I've
So
never done anything.
innocent. He hasn't instigated any of this stuff.
Never.
He
Never.
didn't
have I
almost
done such a
bring
thing.
Cedric to blows with the Rue in this
Never.
very place that we stand now.
I did
Cedric,
not
you spot out of the
orchestrate that.
this imp flying back towards Mahadi.
I'm like, looks like Mahadi's messenger's here.
I was gonna say, did he
And
just
you-
shush us?
You see this kind of scrolled up parchment in its clutches, and as it drops it, it kind of just apparates in Mahadi's hands.
Look at him, I'm like, neat trick.
Okay. Where do we start here? Oraxel, look at he sense a little bit of pride in his voice, somehow been able to enslave and entrap 5,000 souls in his tower. The imps.
Excuse me?
Now we're looking good.
Is that 5,000 as in just 5,000 various creatures, or is that 5,000? You know, like because they tried to take Xandax, so is there like 5,000 Xandax in there, or?
Oh, Xanax
Honestly,
wasn't very
we're
important.
done planning at that point. If there's 5,000 Xandax in there, We're good.
We're good.
Hadi says, I'm guessing the majority of them were devils trying to make it ahead.
Okay, all right.
The lower level levels.
So not 5,000 Zandax. Boy,
No.
would we have an army if we had 5,000 little Zandax running around.
It's more like we had 5,000 of what's her face, who thought she was a paladin and was really sucked at it.
Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea. If we have
When she
5,000
was a cleric.
Rheas.
I'm right here.
She's a cleric of Torm. You will show some respect.
As far as the imp couriers, we have 100 imps.
100 imps?
As far as bombs, depending on if we have enough containers, we would be able to make 1,000 demon ichor bombs.
Question: do those demon ichor bombs affect the demons that are attacking us?
No, they do not.
Okay, I figured, but I wanted to ask.
The Fire Snake boys, they have 1,000 weapons and suits of armor that they could outfit.
Okay.
Wow, that's only 1,000 for 5,000 people.
I don't think that goes to most of them.
I don't think
Because
most
demons
of them
don't
wear
really need
those.
weapons and armor, usually.
Well,
Oh,
they
that's
need
true.
Mock T. By the way, she has become a force within the camp. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to take it.
Sorry.
What do you mean by that?
Why are you apologizing?
I look at Venari.
I think Benari would probably just tell us.
Or
That
he would just
would
like play it off
say
like
nothing.
You
Yeah,
say
exactly.
nothing.
I think he would say nothing.
Yeah, you say
Regardless,
nothing.
Mock T has a literal infinite supply of candies that provide a random boon to an ability score at the cost of 10. He would say at the cost of some life force, but it's 10 hit points.
So a random boost to an ability score. When you say that, does that mean like it would improve like just ability score rolls, or would it improve like saving throws and stuff like that too?
It would increase your ability score, and so if that would increase its bonus, then yeah, it would. I mean,
can
increase.
that go
Okay.
above
that
20?
was-
Yeah, can it go above 20?
Great question.
no, I don't believe anything can go above 20.
I think certain magic items can buff
Items
you.
can, yeah.
Absolutely,
If you have
items
stone
can,
Items
damage
can.
strength.
You
Yeah,
can't
definitely.
naturally get above 20.
Right. But this isn't natural.
So it's a +2 to a random ability score, but you can only get one once.
Okay. So I can only get
So
one
at the cost
of this.
what was it? At 60
10.
hit points, you get a +2 across the board.
Wait, oh, I see.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
That would
Say that
almost
again?
be
I
worth
didn't
it,
get that.
but I would be so close to
What?
death.
What? Say that
Can't hear
again.
you
Plus,
guys again.
What
What was that again?
What he said is, so a candy gives you a +2 to a random one, but you can only get it to one of them one time. And so if you took 6 candies, you'd get it to all of your ability scores, and you'd lose 60 hit points.
To your maximum.
Is that your maximum hit points, Chris? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Oof.
And that is that a permanent or a temporary?
Mahadi says that's pretty permanent.
Okay.
Only if I had
Move
more health, I
first.
would totally do it.
So in theory,
In
if we
theory.
could guarantee a constitution, everyone could take it and just gain 7 hit points. And a plus to constitution saves. Or, sorry, are we 16? 6 hit points, because you'd lose 10, but you'd gain 16.
yeah, you gained 6.
But we have
But
no way
that
to
it's
guarantee
random though. Yeah,
it
it's
is
a
random. Yes, I know.
Depends on how lucky you are.
It depends. Because knowing my luck, I get a plus to my intelligence. I'll never use
Yeah.
that.
As far as Stormy's souvenirs, your lot might call them cursed. You may draw as many as you wish. However, it does half your life force.
Yeah. I think Zandak and I figured that out firsthand.
Yup.
And
But there is a way to not have that, we found out.
There
too.
is apparently a way to not have it. What that entails, no idea.
Any of you casters got wish spell yet?
That's a
Oh,
ninth
ye-
level, so literally it's impossible for us.
right,
You're gonna give us 2 more levels? 1 more level?
I think it's one more level.
Well, but the only ones who can get it are Aru and Venari.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I can't get it.
So the only one who can get it is Venari.
Oof.
Yeah, I think wish spell is a.
I thought it was wizard only.
No, sorcerers can get it.
See what it says here.
Pretty sure sorcerers can get it.
Sorcerers and wizards.
That's what I thought. And then
I couldn't
Aru,
get it.
Yeah, Aru can get it when he can dip into other spell lists.
Right, exactly.
The secret bard knowledge thing. You guys just need to go off and do another side quest in those 3 days. Get another level.
Well, see, that now you're encouraging us to engage one of these guys early. We'll engage one early, level up, and then we'll have access to 9th level spells. And then
And-
Venari can just wish everybody away.
And I believe that is everything. However, I can tell you now, overhearing your conversation, that Bell is probably the 9 Hells' greatest military mind.
So we should definitely go recruit him then?
On Avernus, surely not the greatest out of all the 9 hells. How is he doing nothing on the first layer?
He was supplanted by Asmodeus himself.
Okay.
Not much you could really do about that, right?
But those loyal to him number in the thousands, maybe 2,000.
Wow, Raxel has more than he has?
Yeah, but
They're probably a lot stronger.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah,
Aru.
you remember some of those guys we fought? Those like ice cube
They
dudes?
literally murdered us. So
Yeah,
let's
literally.
the ice grasshoppers.
My word. Yeah.
No, the ones that when we were down in my tent and they just kind of
Oh,
like
those were
ripped
pit
us-
fiends. Those were pit
Yeah,
fiends.
they have peat fins. I mean, right there, the pit finds friends.
pit-
They're bad.
I love the consistency
Friends.
of Aru just saying everything wrong. Mahadi, do you think the only thing that would really motivate him to helping us, though, is for him to become the next ruler to fill that vacuum?
Look, I don't even think we have to.
Enticing him.
Yeah, like the only thing that would actually make him want to help us.
Convincing him.
Yeah.
Potentially, Bell will be watching the conflict regardless.
But like,
We can't make a promise. We can't make a promise.
I don't think we have to make a promise. If he's watching he's aware of the conflict. I think all we have to do, like, we very easily might just have to send him a message basically saying, hey, this is happening. If you ever want a chance to take this realm over again, like, we're taking Zariel down here. And if you want to prove your worth, now's your chance.
Or, being the strategic military mind he is, we'll just say, I'll let these guys go do all the dirty work, and I'll mop up afterwards.
or like in our message, appeal to his military mind and say, with your help, we could easily take her down, but we need your assistance for planning, blah blah blah. Let
we
Aru
suck at
word it,
that.
type of thing.
That's true
Cedric.
also.
I thought Cedric and Gas were going to go see him.
We don't know
This
for
is-
sure yet.
This is all up in the air.
Okay. Yeah, stroke his ego. Like Zandak says, stroke his ego. He seems
You see,
impervious to my wiles.
You see one of the armed guards, the armored guards, kind of walk briskly into the room, and whisper something into Rhea's ear, and exit.
What does he whisper? I can totally hear it.
Well, you can read lips, can't you?
But if he like covers his mouth though and whispers it.
He does not. You have a clear view of it, and you can hear it with your 29 perception.
Are you really 29?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh my word.
not quite 30.
Not quite.
He says, you can tell, the angel has raised over 10,000.
I hope most of them are already armored.
Angel?
They're all naked.
No, because we only have 1,000 armor. I'm not saying that being nasty. I'm just saying we only have 1,000 pieces of armor to hand out.
We don't know that. We don't know that yet. The only one who knows that is Zandak.
Rhea, kind of, after he leaves, kind of pipes up. It seems that your mother has raised over 10,000 of our fallen brothers and sisters.
Wow.
I look up
I'm gonna
dirt
look
and
at Serene
Myri.
and I'm like,
There weren't even
Most
10,000 of you when we first got here.
Right?
Mhm.
There's some nasty smelling corpses, I bet.
Why you gotta be like
I'm
that? Zandak, why? She does a good
again.
thing and you gotta try to ruin it.
That was out of game.
I-
Okay.
That's my mom. Stop
completely
it.
ignoring Zandak. I just go,
Out of
again,
game.
Serene, we are greatly in your debt. And then I look at Rhea and I'm like, Rhea, you need to find out how many of those are able to actually fight. Because
And
we don't want to put anyone who isn't actually trained out onto the field.
I mean,
So,
better than nothing.
Gast,
yo,
can you teleport people from this plane to another plane, right?
yeah, up to a given number of people,
It's like
I
eight.
can,
8?
something like that.
Oh,
Not
yeah, we
10,
did there.
not 10,000's worth, if that's what you're thinking, Naru.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's
according to my sheet, I can only do that one more time today.
right. But I mean, if you could do a lot, we could do it over the next 3 days.
Oh, I can only do it 3 times per day.
Oof.
There, back, and back again. So I get 7 people out a day.
You wouldn't have to go with them, would you?
Yes, I would.
Oh.
I have to hold hands with them.
Yeah. Okay, that doesn't work.
Plus, there's a contract, so like we still have to break that anyway.
Plus, the fact that there's that contract binding them to this plane. That even if I did bring them
Rhea
back,
looks at you and says, "This is our home. We will defend it with our lives if need be. We've done it
Thinking of-
once."
I'm thinking of children, weak women, old men.
Exactly. And also, we still need to organize that. Who are your Hell Riders? Who are the most trained? Who are the medium trained? Who are the least trained? We
What
don't
sup-
want to.
Yeah, and what
We don't want to
supplies-
just put the people that have no idea what they're doing on the front lines to be immediately slaughtered.
Unless they
But I
choose
think-
to. If they want to fight, give them the chance.
If they want to die, sure.
If they want to
Isn't that
defend
awful?
their town,
What an awful
why
thought.
prevent them from doing that?
Yes, Aru, your hand is up. What do you have to say?
I don't believe that's our. Again, I think we're trying to meddle like we're some gods or something. That's Rhea's decision on how she wants to move her forces, and I think it'd be best for us to let her, with her intelligence, and her mom and her intelligence, arrange that force to protect El Terrell.
I whisper to Zandak and I say, I feel like he's demeaning both of them right now.
How?
Rhea says, "I don't have that information right now, but when we do, again, we will let you know."
Cool.
Fantastic. Still, 10,000 is
A lot
Great.
of people. Honestly,
It
it's
makes me
probably
very nervous for what out of game. This makes me very nervous for how large of numbers we're going to be dealing with here.
eh,
It's gonna be
We're
crazy.
dying. We're dying.
I mean, I expected in the like tens of thousands of enemies. So
this is the we got to do a strike force kind of thing to go just take on the big bads.
I mean, that's going to be our job, right? Largely.
Yeah.
cut
Which
the
is
head off
why-
the snake.
I'm more and more leaning towards we engage one of these guys beforehand.
I agree. And Zariel or Dwarkar.
I almost think it I don't know which one
I think Dwarkar, because Zariel's force is coming either way.
But Dwarkar's coming in either way also.
But if we were to turn her early,
Nope, we can't. Story-wise, it'd be the end of the game.
And the other thing is, if we want Belle's help, Zariel's got to be here. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
I was gonna say I feel like he would hate Tiamat just as much as we would.
Oh, once
Okay, so we have an army. We have our army strength now.
Yeah.
Mom, I still don't know what your powers are.
She's like,
keep asking.
I don't
Maybe
know
eventually
either.
she'll tell you. I mean, she
She's
can
just
raise
like-
10,000 people, so like maybe she can just keep doing that during the fight.
That's true. We just die and she just brings us back immediately. Perfect.
Like from Milan, they're pooping up like daisies.
You are as funny as I have imagined you to be, but sadly that was a one-time thing. At least over the course of these 3 days. But
Conveniently.
my powers are somewhat limited here, but they are flexible and vast. What do you need from me?
I need you to kill Zariel, Yanagu.
Or just one army is fine. If you can take out one of the armies, that's cool.
This is the equivalent of a Roo asking his dad to come beat up the school bully. Can you
It is.
please?
I don't know what, Mother. I seriously don't know what to ask you. I don't know what I don't know what to ask.
Zariel head on. I will do it.
No, I don't want you to do it.
I want you to
What?
go up there and punch her in the face.
No, what I want, I need to know. I don't know what your powers are, so I don't know what. I can tell you what our goals are. How can you help us with our goals?
Maybe like, what is she capable of? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you can say, well, my powers are vast, Mom, and that's great, but I wouldn't know how to use you. Again, I don't know
Well,
what your powers are.
Where's your stat block, Mom? That's what I'm
listening
trying to ask.
to your
Oh, I'm asking for
thus
spells.
far, I see one question left unanswered. Well, I see many, but one major question unanswered, and that is, how do we get El Terrell back to the material plane?
I thought we already knew that. We just got to break these chains.
I think it's more so.
But we
I
have to
no
first.
idea.
We have to break these chains, but first we have to.
The
I
Creed
thought we had
Resolute
this. Right,
the
the Creed
Creed-
Resolute.
anchoring their souls to Avernus. The chains are keeping the city in place.
Well, I thought it was dragging it down.
The demons were dragging it down when they were on the chains, but they are no longer there.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I just had this vision of this.
That's what I thought.
So
too.
we need to break the chains.
Oh, but we can't do that. It doesn't matter until we get these guys free from the contract.
I can. When the contract is broken, I can bring the city back to the material plane.
There we go.
However,
Okay.
that would be the only that would require all of my energy and my attention to do that.
I get Cedric.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
What happens though if like people aren't on it? Like, how do we get them out then? Like, do the people of El Terrell have to be in the city when you take it out for them to go back with it?
Everyone in the city, when it's teleported, will be teleported with the city.
So we need
We
a fight
just,
in the city.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's something I think we should probably aim to be doing anyways with at least at the very least the citizens of El Terrell is like we're not like on the ground here. Like they would have to go. I mean, what are we like 1,000 feet above the ground in the city? So like
Yeah.
transporting 10,000 people down to the ground to fight.
I mean, we have 3 ships that hold lots of people. I'm assuming that the flying fortresses hold thousands of people, right?
I would assume the flying fortresses are currently manned.
I would also
Bodies?
say,
Not as
I would also say, what better way to control how many of the armies coming up here, but force them to come to us instead of us down to them?
Well,
we hold
yeah.
the high ground.
Right.
We have the higher ground.
But we still need to go fight, or hopefully go fight one army first. So I'm hoping we can transport a lot of people with these flying fortresses.
Oh, that's not the impression I got.
Mm.
I thought we were going to try to just defeat the armies without having to actually fight them.
Well, but if we were wanting to engage one ahead of time, I'm thinking that we might have to go travel to them to engage them first.
True.
We can
Well,
take
how do you-
5,000.
One of my fortresses would be able to hold 1,000 humanoids.
Oh, 1,000
Okay.
for one. Okay, so that's only 3,000.
And remember, we have orcs, oraxels, 5,000 souls. So we can take them with us.
True.
So instead of 10,000, because
I
we'd want to leave some back here anyway. So it'd be best to leave Rhea's army back here to defend. We take 5,000 souls with us
Well,
if
3,000.
we're gonna attack. 5,000.
You said one
Yeah.
ship can hold 1,000, right?
Well, yeah, it'd only be 3,000. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
If that's not the direction that you're thinking, I do know that you guys call her the Maiden, I
Yes,
believe.
we do.
However, the Maiden is kind of sparse when it comes to energy or weaponry, in which case I could infuse the fortress.
Still
Yeah.
need to investigate our other options with the fortress first, too, to see if
Yeah.
we can do anything with it on our own.
That could work though.
Well, yeah, but like, if we can make it kind of good, then she can still save the city.
Well, yeah.
Because what are we
yeah,
gonna do with
yeah.
the city if she can't do that?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay, I guess I'll ask her then. What are our other options for this city? It's hard to say it, but it would work if you read it. For the city, if she didn't take it, like if she didn't
Yeah.
move it up to the surface.
They begin anew in some other location.
In Avernus.
Oh, as far as transporting the souls, I believe we have the capability of getting them out of here now.
Wait, I thought we
We do?
couldn't because of the contract.
I mean,
Right.
assuming that the contract is broken.
Okay. But
wait. We have the ability to transport 10,000 souls right now. Plane shipped 10,000 souls.
Look at me.
Gassed?
Nope. That is not a thing I can do.
So, is there any other way, other than you, Serene, that you know of, that this city can be transported back to the material plane?
Not that I know of.
Anyone else at this table? that is a part of this this strategy meeting. Does anyone else know of any other way? Could Zariel do that as well?
No.
Zariel could not do
As
that.
she
Okay.
as she brushes off her shoulders, like, no, only I can do that.
I'm the only one who can do it. Let's be honest.
Not the city itself. She could open a gateway.
Okay,
Um,
but
And
we're
and
looking
let
for
the
the
people
city
go
though.
through.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how she got her Hell Riders here to begin with.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, well, we pretty much need to use her for the city then, if there's no other option.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I don't think we have another
So-
option.
She. Yeah. So what she's saying is that like it would be like a teleportation circle, but between planes. Is
Yes.
what she could
Zariel
do.
can do.
Zariel can
Yeah.
do, and so can Serene.
Yeah.
Okay, she can do. Serene can do the city or the that teleportation circle thing for souls,
Yes.
but she can't do both.
But if she does the entire city, that's all that she can do.
Okay.
Okay.
If she does the
that all-
ship, is that all she can do?
No,
maiden?
if she does the ship, she can do a lot of other stuff too.
Oh. Okay.
Can you fight?
Son, you know me better than that. Of course I can fight.
Can you do the ship today and be ready to teleport the city in 3 days?
To infuse the ship, I would have to be on it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But then I plane shift her back, guys. Boom.
What?
To do the
No.
ship, she has to be
The
on
ship.
it. So can someone
Yeah.
just teleport her to the ship real quick?
No, I correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but what you're saying is
Oh.
for her to infuse the ship, she has to actively be on the ship infusing it as we're using it.
Oh, like she's
Okay.
powering
Like
the
the power
ship
cell.
essentially.
I
Okay,
She's
was
the
thinking-
battery.
got
I
it.
was thinking you
Yeah.
would put everybody on the ship and then plane shift them there, and then I would just plane shift her back. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
to infuse
I
the ship for energy and weaponry, she would need to be physically on the ship to do that.
So
She's
Gotcha.
a giant battery.
that's where she would be at for the fight then. So she wouldn't
Right.
actually be able to fight.
Gotcha.
right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's not as
So
appealing.
we can leave her here and get her out of town.
Well,
Okay.
she'll get the town out of here.
So
Yeah.
so
She'll get out of town.
say hypothetically we engage Newander first, we succeed, we come back, we rest. The other three are here. We engage Zariel, I guess, next. Okay, and we win. Then we have Serene teleport the city. There goes our army. So now we're left with Tiamat and the demons. Do we just let them duke it out then?
I don't
or
know
what
because
do
we
do?
we can't just leave Tiamat without taking care of her.
Yeah.
That's one of our goals.
Right, but that's what he's saying. He's saying we've taken away 10,000 arms. If
Yeah, I'm
if we
saying-
do that in order.
I'm saying that yeah, after the city's gone, it's literally us.
Well,
then what?
How long
Well,
does it take
and
to
all
teleport the
Mahadi's
city?
people.
Like, can she wait until, like, even though
But-
we take down Zariel, can she just not teleport the city until we're done?
Yeah.
So, like, she doesn't have to teleport him as soon as we beat Zariel and her army. She could wait.
But for that matter, how long would it take you to recharge your batteries, Mom? Let's say we defeat everyone and we just leave the city here. Everything's at least copacetic for 3 more days afterwards. Would you be able to teleport them then?
Yeah, I mean, considering everything goes how we planned it to.
That's hypothetically
That's not a bad option.
if everything goes well.
Yeah, that's the only concern I would have in that situation is like say we complete most everything, but we still have Yonogu and say Bell's forces. and we're kind of tapped out there. If she's ready to teleport the city, she can get everyone to safety, and we win still.
But if she was
at least accomplish
involved,
one of our goals.
but if she was involved at any point in the battle, that option's out the window.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, if we check off the 3 goals that we have, and Tiamat's defeated,
Well,
the Creed Resolute is nullified, and Niwander is saved, there is little for the citizens of El Terrell to do here, and there is little for us to do here. So
Yeah.
I would rather have her ready to get out of town.
Or, and this is morbid, guys, we succeed with Niwander, then we succeed with Zariel, and then we die afterwards. Then what? You know what I mean?
The city could still be saved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I say we've got to leave her here. At least we can accomplish one of our goals, even if we're dead.
Yes. If we can.
The casting time for getting the city plane shifted is 24 hours.
Oh, okay. So never mind that option's out the window. Who cares?
Oh, okay.
Because at that point, the battle would be long over, and she'd either be long dead.
if that's the case,
or...
then there's no reason to leave her on the city then.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if it's the point where like we die, like she's not gonna be able to be like, oh, they died. Well, let me sit here for 24 hours and get the city out of here. Like, we probably need her fighting then.
If we die, that doesn't mean the city was overrun.
It's true.
But
I mean, she can start to spell as soon as the day before they get here, she can start to spell.
Can she?
That's some impressive. Like, we'd have to have some amazing coordination and timing.
Yeah.
On defeating.
Or
it's the last game of the year. Can't hold anything back.
Or we can approach Zariel before she gets here and break that pact sooner. I'm just throwing it out there. And then she can start right then.
Out of game, I don't think that would work because I feel like as soon as we beat Zariel, it's kind of like, that's the story.
I knew you would love that one, Michael.
All right.
Should I say?
That would work.
Oh, that would work.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That would work.
Oh.
We would just have Rhea there, and as soon as the time comes, she would bang.
Yep.
Break the glyph.
That would work as long as the DM allows that to be stored in a glyph. So you would have to talk to Chris.
She also has to have the spell, though, because you can't.
She can start casting it now.
No. But I'm saying she has to have the spell Glyph of Warding. If she doesn't have Glyph of Warding, then it won't.
Why?
Because it can't.
You can
have
only
to be the one who.
You can only store your own spells in Glyph of Warding.
Oh, she probably
Does she?
Have
I
it.
mean, she's CR16. She could have Glyph of Warding.
She could have Glyph of Warding.
She clearly can cast spells.
Chris has no idea, probably, what we're talking about.
No. You guys also have that one ability that makes someone untargetable for a day.
Oh, that's Lulu's invincibility,
No.
right?
What is that? What?
Some
what
item
is
that's
that?
in a bag somewhere.
Probably.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
I don't remember this at all.
Honestly, do we just give that to Zandak, like, during the fight?
Wait, what?
The options, I think, for that are, like, Zandak or me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of not being able to be touched.
Yeah,
You
but
don't have your other thing now.
Yeah.
Your cube of force or whatever.
What?
Does that move, Chris?
That doesn't mean invincibility. That means you can't be targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AoE stuff would still affect you.
Luckily,
That's
Xandak's
why-
really good against AoE
That's
stuff.
why
though.
I said Zandak. Because we don't want him targeted. And he'll just be in the front line. He'll just be the flanker.
As you guys are in this battle meeting and yelling at each other and arguing and laughing and trying to figure things out. You hear a skirmish at the front gates of High Hall.
Okay.
You kind
I'll
of
head
hear
over.
just a very brief clanging of swords, and then people being shoved aside, and you say, I have to see her."
I step in front of my mother.
And
So
we're gonna
it's-
take a break. Go pee. I need to pee.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, you get out around 9 o'clock. 10:30, you still working. You got 7 hours in. This one right here, I hate to chew on that. There's no ice cream. Oh, mother covered the bear. The cupboard's looking a little bare. They're all the exact same thing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grilled chickens in here. 2 Wisconsin cheese. Your daughter gets on these kicks and then she just deserts them. Now we're left with these spoons. Well, but just shut off. It sounded like it clicked.
Michael get kicked out again? Oh, no, he's back. Okay.
Kind of looks like he did a little bit though.
I was kicked out for a little bit. I hit the wrong button.
You gotta go up here. Get the color in right. I don't know if Oscar's gonna want to watch this.
Yeah, no, probably not.
He doesn't like it when we ramble on and stuff, and oh my good lord, this has been one long ramble.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to TLDR for him for sure, because I can see him maybe watching for like 10 minutes
And
then
being
just
like,
no, I don't care enough.
All right, so you hear a skirmish at the front gate to High Hall. He says, "Let me through. I need to see her."
Oh,
Aru,
geez, Evan, you're back.
Surprise.
You said that you stepped in front of Serene.
Mm-hmm.
It's just at the you said at the entrance to High Hall.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just like right there. So let's go over there and see what's going on.
Are you looking at a map?
No.
Okay. He said it's just right there.
Theater
so
of
I
the
thought
mind.
It's not. It's not right. I mean, it's like 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's through like a doorway too, right?
I was thinking like, I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm gonna.
It's fine.
Like you said, there was sound of like metal on metal, like fighting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my weapon and run out there.
Yeah.
Ready for a battle.
You all see as you kind of come around to the side of the hall that you're on. This man, just by the look of him, you're guessing this is one of the people that was just raised from the dead that has been dead for a long time.
Okay.
Because the state of his dress is so bad.
One of the super smelly guys.
He like his pants and his he's wearing this kind of you can kind of see at one point it might have been like leather armor, and then over the top of it is a tabard. But it is all stained, soiled, ripped and torn, half rotted away, as he's just running. And on the center part of that tabard, and what you can see is a black circle. Like that's the crest. Is just a black circle.
Is that familiar at all? That crest?
Is it that dude that we encountered with the Helm of the Gods that died when we left?
Zandak and Aru, you guys can make history or religion checks if you wish.
Fantastic. I'm sure that's gonna work out well.
I mean, I spent my fair share of time in Baldur's Gate as well, Chris. I was.
Zandak, I Bardic Inspirate you.
Why?
Because he can. Because he's got so much of it.
Because
Cool.
a 12 is a 12.
True.
Like,
You said history or religion?
Yeah.
Cool. +3 in both. Nice.
Ooh,
Don't leave
I
me
have
to
a
choose.
+5 to religion. Does that mean
Are
I
you
can-
kidding me? I got a 12 on that Bardic Inspiration.
Wow.
But I also
As I
rolled a
said.
12 on my D20.
so
Nice.
24.
27.
At least. Nice.
I got 14.
Because you didn't get a Bardic Inspiration.
Right.
It's because Xandak's selfishly hoarding his Bardic
My
Inspiration.
one Bardic Inspiration that I may have already used today, probably. Actually, I did. I gave it to Aru earlier when we were flying up here.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
right.
have it.
Zandak, you would know that this person is a member of the Order of the Companion, kind of this semi-cult type group that is separate. Although they were accepted in El Terrell, they were very different than the Hell Riders and the like the Elter Guard type of like noble warriors. They were devout in their admiration and worship of the companion.
Oh, cool. Your mom has followers.
So like,
Or they're mad that we broke the
are
companion.
they like do I know anything about their like demeanor? Like, are they good people or are they just like crazy like?
They're goodly.
Okay.
Anything but good would not be tolerated in Elturel.
Got it.
Ironic, isn't it?
Okay.
Gideon's
Yeah.
good.
Wait, that happened
He
after.
was.
He was a beacon of goodness and light.
Not true now.
And then he was like, "Nah, we're
Like
done."
a literal beacon.
He's a broken man. We might be able to redeem him.
He's just running
Oh.
straight at you.
Okay. Like, I'm gonna yell out, "Oh, look, and then whatever what's the order name again? I forgot already.
Look,
Order
a
of the
guy.
companion.
Order, hey, it's an
So-
order of the companion guy.
So he's like running straight for Serene at this point?
You're running right towards your group. I mean,
Okay. So I'm gonna literally fly over to him and just stand in his way and stop him.
And deck him.
And just be
Okay.
like,
I'm standing in front of my mother, and I'm saying, "Halt now, or I'm gonna blast you." And I'm prepared. If he gets within 10 feet before he doesn't stop, I'm blasting him with Eldritch Blast.
I'm just gonna sit and watch this.
Yeah.
When I did my
he tried. Oh, go ahead.
when I said that, I wanted to panache him too. Make sure that he's not like crazy bad.
Okay. Roll for panache.
Oh,
I'm gonna cast harm on the guy and kill him. I mean,
Or do
if
I
we're all
roll for
just gonna.
we both have to roll for it. It's his insight versus 17.
You're down to 9,999.
Oh, he does not pass that.
Okay, so he's
So he's
my friend.
now friendly,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's a
An old acquaintance.
yeah, a good acquaintance, friendly acquaintance.
Friendly acquaintance. Okay. At that, he just kind of like, I don't even know. He looks at this halfling, and then Cedric, as you're like, halt, he just kind of like falls into your arms, and he's just sitting there sobbing. I have to see her.
Who are you trying to see?
They said the companion is here, walking among us.
Chris, I walk up to the guy and I
Okay.
cast calm emotions on him.
Fantastic.
Oh, this is just going to be a roller coaster of a day for him.
Yeah.
You don't have to touch to do that spell,
I
No,
said
he
I
just said he
walk up
walked
to
up.
him.
but you don't have to.
I thought that's a
You
touch
sure?
spell.
Thought so too, but I was listening to a podcast, and that was said that's just got a distance actually to it.
Hold on,
But with-
regardless, I cast it on him.
Yep. He is correct. Yep.
Mhm.
60 feet.
Eh. Well, I get within 60 feet and cast calm emotions on this guy.
Okay. So you just kind of like, he pulls himself together. I have to see her.
The companion, you mean Serene.
Is that what she's called now?
That is her name, yes.
Serene. He tries to like look around you.
I was gonna you stay here and don't move.
The guards from the gate are now like running.
I put my hand up to him and I'm just like, you stay here and don't move,
Sandwich.
and I will see if she is willing to see you.
As Cedric leaves, I'm gonna like engage him in conversation, keep him distracted.
Well, I'm waiting for him to say okay. I'm like,
Oh,
okay. We have an agreement.
Now that I'm thinking clearly, I wished I would have changed.
Would you like to go get a change of clothes before you see her?
I don't know. Would you do that, Angel, before meeting your god?
Yeah, well, actually, Cedric would have an answer to this. Yes, he would. Yes, of course.
I got a little miffed when they called him an angel.
Well, I am. So
Right.
Yes. I mean, don't you want to look your best in that situation?
You're right. You're right. And he just about faced right on his heel and marches his way
stop
out.
him. I as he turns, I stop him. I'm like, and when you come back calmly, announce yourself, and just let them know that you are looking for Cedric. Okay? And I will then see if she will see you. Do we have a deal?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Chris, a point of note, this only lasts in a 20-foot radius based on where I casted that. I just read the spell. So if he walks away, he will no longer be under the effects of calm emotion. But if he runs
How
the
long-
Cedric again...
As he
And how long
walks,
does panache work?
A minute.
as he walks away, you can hear him say under his breath, "Oh, it's not every day you're gonna meet two angels."
Oh my goodness. Oh, dear Lord.
Is he no longer calm when he leaves the 20-foot radius?
As he leaves the 20-foot radius, and I mean, I'm guessing this whole exchange has taken over a minute. You see him, like, he goes from like walking proud and tall to he just kind of like slumps over, and he looks over his shoulder, and he just breaks into a sob again and runs out of the high hall.
This poor guy just had a roller coaster of emotions all at once. I love it.
Okay.
Out of game. I'm afraid we might have just turned someone away that had information for us.
Honestly, that was very funny, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he'll probably be back.
I mean, he was dead the whole time. How would he have any info? It's
He'll
fine.
be back with a change of
Why do-
clothes.
Why did Chris bring him into the game? I don't know.
Well, he's going to be way more ornately dressed and cry the whole time the next time he comes back. So,
Also, out of game for the type of celestial she is. Oh, the ward is not listed as spells, so she probably won't be able to do it.
no breaking the game
But
today.
also, a citywide planar shift is not listed in her spells either, so she might be more powerful than
that's
what
a
is.
DM ruling. Does she have access
Yeah.
to Glyph of Warding, Chris?
I don't know. What do you guys do?
All right, so I'm gonna head back.
True.
Well, I was like 50 feet away from you or so I'm coming back, and I'm just gonna be like, as I come back, I'm gonna be like, as I get close, I'm gonna be like, so Serena, it appears you have followers.
Yes, I suppose I do.
So I guess before he returns, you should decide if you want to see them or not. Because I mean, well, yeah, like I'm not gonna let them see you if you don't want them to see you.
I would love to see my children.
Shung!
Ooh.
Wow.
Inaru just died.
Dagger to the heart.
I whispered to Zendak, Aru just got replaced.
Basically.
I'm like,
Oh.
very well. I will allow the guards to let
Or
them through.
he just gained a whole
Um,
bunch of brothers and sisters.
Ooh, he's got a big old family now, and Cedric will be his stepdaddy.
She closes her eyes and
Take the knife.
Start sawing off your own head.
It's the exhaustion one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I choose to fail. I choose to fail. I choose to fail. I choose to fail.
Serene closes her eyes for a second and then opens them. I feel perhaps there are 500 clerics who pray to me.
Cool.
So you're something of a little demigod here, huh?
You're more than a planetar.
Hmm.
My mom's a god with lots of children.
Yeah.
Oh man, you hate gods.
And Naru
Oh,
hates
man.
God.
I'm not gonna
so
lie, I
don't
kind
know.
of thought she was a god this whole time.
This is an
Wait, does
identity
Xandak think
crisis
that
for
Cedric's
Aru.
like kind of like a god now too? Then
Not remotely
no.
close.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, because
Good.
Zandak knows he can take
You
Cedric in a
ascended
fight.
to that level after you knew Zandak, so.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Cedric, you see the imp that's been communicating to Mahadi.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, you see it kind of like jolt for a second, and then hurriedly fly over to Mahadi.
Okay.
And he's there whispering for quite a long time.
Read lips, Zandak, read lips.
Well, Zandak can't see
I'm
him.
not within
yeah.
10 feet.
Oh.
And even then, they're probably
I'm just
speaking infernal.
Watching. Just watching.
Mahadi stands up. He takes a big gulp. The couriers have counted the forces of the other armies.
Oh.
Cool. So what we got?
Tiamat has 5 ancient dragons under her.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
Fine. We have 3.
Well, that's still
Well,
honestly
I mean-
less than I expected.
Possibly 4.
16 adult dragons
Okay.
and 5,000 Abishai.
Cool.
That's one of the first big creatures that we attacked.
He wasn't big, he was small. Remember, the Abishai was a small one.
Yeah, it was a small one.
Right. We thought we
I
picked
know,
the big
I
one
know.
up first.
They were
We picked the
both
big one up
like-
first. We're like, oh, that was easy. No, that was the wrong one. All right, next.
Newander or new car. What are you calling him?
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Call him Newander, I guess.
The imps are calling him the Blue Demon.
Sure.
Fellows.
Is marching with 6,000 demons at his command.
Okay.
Zariel, her numbers are well known. 6 flying fortresses at her command and 12,000 devils.
Is that already subtracting the flying fortress that was destroyed?
She had 7, she has 6 now.
Okay.
And Yunogu marches with 8,000 of his demon gnolls.
Cool. So, surprisingly,
Slightly outnumbered.
yeah. But I mean, if all 10,000 of the people that Serene revived, can fight. We're actually kind of, sort of in the ball game. Granted,
Sorry, how many Knolls was that again?
8,000?
8,000.
I guess if we were to
8,000.
1v1 Aru, if we were to 1v1,
Yeah, but they're all coming at the same time. The total number that we have, let's not counting dragons, let's just leave those out for a minute.
sure.
Just of devils and demons, we have 14, 26, 31,000 coming our way.
Okay, and
Okay.
we're like 15.
To
Okay.
be fair to their race, Abishai are not devils or demons. Just to be fair to their
To be
race.
fair, to be fair.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were like.
I thought they were demons. Interesting.
They're weird kind of offshoots of Dragonborn. They're like the evil version of Dragonborn.
But they're not
Hmm.
half dragons, right? Because that's
No.
a different thing.
No.
Now, that's the army.
Just
Then we
to
have-
be fair to their race, because that's a thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that-
yeah.
Do they go by the pronoun he, she, they, them?
Okay.
So
So-
now that's just the battle. Then we have 6,000 flying fortresses that we know that they can do some damage.
6,000 or six?
Six flying fortresses.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was 6,000, I would think we should leave.
6,000 people can fit on
Five-
them.
5 ancient dragons, and 16 adult dragons.
Okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
can tell you right now that the dragons are the biggest scare.
Well, I think the biggest scare for all of these sides is the big bads more than anything else.
Right, and that's 5 ancient, not including Tiamat.
Question.
Is Tiamat among their ranks, Mahadi?
Sure hope not.
I thought we already knew.
We're just confirming.
Yeah.
Her avatar flies among them.
Okay.
Okay.
So, question for the room. If we destroyed the avatar of Tiamat, would the rest of her forces scatter?
Do you really think dragons are ones to scatter?
Well, I mean, depending on the odds they're facing, survival more than anything else.
If we get rid of her avatar
No.
and the 5 ancient, we might see the other ones sky away only because they can see that we're powerful enough to take down creatures
It's
much
just-
stronger than them.
Just a thought. Because
And you must also be weary of Archon and Kroll.
Yes. Yes.
They will undoubtedly be skulking about, trying to find some sort of weakness to exploit.
And Archon has that hand.
Vecna.
Ah, yes, the hand of Vecna.
we sized the one dude, Crawl, up, right? And he was like even with us like 8 months ago. So
Yeah, but he's probably grinded some XP too, though.
that's a good point. He might have grinded.
And you also handed him the orb of dragonkind, so
Yeah, but let's
No.
not dive into details.
No. We handed that to Archon, thank
That's
you very
true.
much. We did
We
not
did.
give that to Crawl. Crawl, we gave the Ring of Tiamat.
Again, I think the big takeaway from this is that it's all that Jin's fault. Okay, she's the one that tricked us into saving her just to get in a contract with Mahadi and waste forever and a half on a letter of introduction that did nothing. So
Yeah, it's her fault. Thanks. I'm all right with that.
she's
Yeah.
a Dow, by the way, not
Yeah,
a
she's a
Jin.
Dow. Yep.
I wanted to get
Just
it wrong
happy
on
it's not-
purpose.
Just know it's not my fault.
Just as a backhanded.
Aru's like, yes, Gas didn't blame me for this.
Exactly. Yeah.
But let's not forget, this was all Aru's idea to go to the Demon Zephyr first.
No, it wasn't.
Actually, it was my idea.
No, it was Cedric's idea. So
Yeah. Okay.
Do the imps have any idea on the timing of the armies? Or direction?
would any of them intercept each other before they get here?
Ooh, that'd be nice. Especially if we got Yagi's.
Tiamat is coming from the north. Zariel would be coming from the east. The blue demon would be coming from the south. And Yanogu is coming from the west.
So,
And which one's
question.
closest?
Which one's closest?
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Hold on.
The blue demon?
So you said Tiamat's north and Yanogu is east, right?
Nogu's west.
Yanogu's west. Okay.
Yes.
Man, I was really hoping to get those two to. Well, no, those two can interact with each other
It would
potentially.
be Zariel, then Tiamat.
Darn.
So,
Zariel's first, then Tiamat.
question.
Okay.
It appears Yanogu and Newander would arrive at the same time.
Okay, so they're third.
So here's a question. Is there the reason that they're coming here? It's for Serene, right? She's like a beacon for all these guys to be like, right here is the meeting point, right?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the room.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't think we fully know everyone's motives. Like I would imagine that's why Zariel's coming. But
I was gonna say, but they're all coming here. You know what I mean? Specifically to this city. So the only trigger to me is Serene's completion. That means, hey, boom, we're a beacon. Come here. So, and correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody else has any
Bait.
other information.
Mahadi pipes up, and so does Bernie, kind of at the same time. That's not what triggered us to come here.
Okay.
But before we made the journey, and I convinced Mahadi to come. It seemed like the entire realm became unstable before that. Paladin, when did you grab a hold of that sword?
about, and then you tell me, Chris.
Perhaps that might have been the triggering event for what is happening on this plane.
So, are they attracted to the sword then?
All of Avernus is attracted to that sword. The realm itself was trying to consume it, to snuff out its light. I'm guessing now with the combination of both Serene's light and the swords, it's drawing the entire realm to this location.
Okay, so here's a thought. What if we use Cedric and Serene as bait, and we get both Yanogu and Tiamat to clash before they would get here? We bamp them somewhere there, and then as they're coming, we poof them out, and then they're already engaged with each other, and then we deal with the other two. And then whoever's left from those two forces, we deal with them.
I see what you're going with that. Sounds super dangerous. It's a good idea, but it sounds super dangerous. Like
it's
what
high
if-
risk but a high reward.
what if something
know?
happens and whoever's going to bamp them out can't bamp them out?
Well, then we need a plan B on bamping out.
So what if bamping out is out of the bamping question?
then you run as fast as you can and hope they intercept each other before they get you. I mean, I know. Listen, I'm not saying it is a safe plan, but I
And
am.
it's a plan.
It is a plan that
That
could potentially help.
that's got to be like Plan G, maybe Elemental P somewhere in
It's
there.
got to be better than G, Zandak. You know we've had dumber ideas than that.
May I direct you to the flying fortress? Not the flying fortress, the flying destroyer into the building.
That was awesome, Aru. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I don't know if just stew on that one, guys. But it is a thought.
I mean, we could also go travel down and engage Newander down south, and then vamp back.
We could do both. Realistically, we engage Newander before they get here. We sit, we rest, and then we still have a day. So then we sit as bait, and then we get out of there.
How do you expect to, if Newander's 3 days away, how do you expect to get there and back in a day or less?
Vamping.
Bamfing.
So we're just taking our crew, we're not taking an army to fight these 6,000 demons that are with him.
Oh, I was picturing if we're going after one of these guys, this is a stealth mission of assassinating the leader.
Okay.
So Cedric is not going then.
No, we're gonna shove Cedric in the bag of holding and just pop his head out for the rest.
Newander, listen to them! Yeah.
The whole while holding the sword out.
It sounds like, yeah, because it sounds like I can't go anywhere without my movement being tracked now.
And I mean,
From what Bernie and Mahadi just said, everyone knows generally where I'm at.
Well, it could be that the power of you and Serene together is like giving them a direct like location.
yeah, and they weren't all after us before we got here. You know what I mean?
Or were they? We don't really know.
I mean, were the Mahadi? You're the info guy. Were these armies all marching to a given location prior to here?
No, the entire plain was quiet.
We heard
Almost.
that from.
Chook and Quonk, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost as if it was waiting to exhale.
Okay. So therefore,
That's what triggered us coming here. We knew something. We knew there was going to be a response from the plane, regardless.
so that means, regardless, they couldn't track us before. So there's no reason to think they would be able to do that now, especially if we split Cedric and Serene up.
Why not? Why not take them together? I think your idea's got some validity to it.
Well, no. I'm saying if we're going for an assassination mission first, then we go for the bait mission.
I feel like if we go do Newander, we can't do Newander without Cedric.
Well, no, I'm not saying we would do Newander without Cedric. I'm saying we would take Cedric, but we'd probably have to leave Serene behind.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Because if this is a stealth mission, and if the two of them together are the beacon, if you split the beacon, then they won't know where we're at. If you bring it there, then we have to deal with all of Newander's
That's a
forces.
theory, though, and we know that they know when they're together. They know where they're at. So if we teleport down to Newander, the two east and west ones will start tracking south, and add a little bit more time to get to El Terrell.
But the odds of us surviving the mission against Newander dip drastically then.
Why?
Because then there's 6,000 demons that also know where we are.
Yeah.
That we're trying to go into a stealth mission, and it's like, well, there's the beacon.
Right there.
Then we
it
bamf
is.
out of there and we go to another location.
But we're not bamfing out, we're engaging. That's the whole point of us going to Newander.
I guess in my imagination, what I imagine is that we bamf down to him, it's still going to be a few hours, if not a day, worth of travel for east and west to get down there.
Right.
So we have. Go on.
He still has 6,000 demons. Newander is in command of 6,000 demons.
Right.
And it's just gonna be us.
And it's going to be 7 of us.
We're strong, Aru.
Aru.
We can get easily overrun by 6,000
Like, in this
demons.
campaign, we've killed over 6,000 demons.
Plus, honestly, if we're too distracted by the 6,000 demons, even if we killed them all in one hit, Newander could literally assassinate us from 1,000,000 miles away while we're distracted.
So, all right, whatever. I'll follow along. As long as we're doing
No. Like what?
one of the
like,
3 missions. I don't see how it's any different if we go without her. They're still going to want to kill us.
Yeah, but we have the element of surprise, and we're choosing our target.
If we go with her, his entire army will essentially stop, turn around, and run directly at us. If we go
Yes.
without her, when we bamp in, we probably have a little bit of time of like not having his army know that we're there.
Because they're going to feel some of it towards El Torel and some of it towards their back.
Yeah. So the theory we have right now is that if they're separated, then they can't track them, which is
Yeah.
100% a theory right now.
It is 100% a theory. I have no idea if that's right or not.
Yeah, I wouldn't
But
hang my hat on that.
it's almost a certainty, though, if we bring them both, they'll be able to track us.
Unless we go without the sword.
In which case, we would go without Cedric.
Why? You can't put the sword down?
Put it in a bag of holding.
Why would we? I mean, I guess that's up to you, Cedric. Would you even be willing to like leave the sword here, put the sword in the bag, and engage as you were before, if that's even a possibility?
What do you mean as I was before?
But
Like-
when you weren't as pretty as you are now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. I feel like I would have an understanding of this. It's like, if I'm not holding the sword, I don't lose my... Like, I'm permanently changed, whether I have the sword or not. Like, some of the abilities aren't there.
Yes, I do not believe you can become unattuned to the sword.
Right.
But the sword is what we think that they're tracking, not
Right.
Cedric.
Yeah.
Again, that's the theory based on if it's the sword that they're tracking, or
Yeah.
has the sword and Cedric, are they the same thing at this
Right.
point?
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying there.
We could put the sword in a bag of holding for going up there, and then, I mean, if I needed it, I could have the bag of holding and pull it out.
That's good. I
from
like
the
that.
back.
I like that theory. I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
again-
That way we might be able to sneak better. That's all.
And again, I still think
yeah,
it would be.
it's still a problem.
I still think it would be safer to leave Serene here, though.
Right. No, I understand that now.
Okay.
Going with that theory, now it makes sense because now there's no one going to be there. They're not going to have something to track.
Yeah. And I like, again, my theory was that it's both of them together that allowed them to pinpoint a location and maybe separating them. But again, I could be wrong. I don't really know. And putting the sword in the bag eliminates both, not just one.
Okay. So out of character. So if we put the sword and Serene in the bag of holding,
Serene will suffocate and die.
but they have nothing to track, right?
I mean, here's the real question. Can Serene fit in the bag of holding? I joked about putting Cedric in there, but I know he won't fit. So,
Does Serene need oxygen to live?
Ooh, she's a goddess. She's something more than what we thought.
we'd have to literally break her bones to get her to fit in the bag, I'm
Yeah.
sure. So.
Yeah, it's not big enough.
And she can heal
No,
herself.
well. No. Oh wait. No. We put the head of a guy
We
in there.
put
that
the
reads
head
through.
in there.
Yeah,
not
that's
the
right.
whole-
That's right.
but-
That's right. That's right.
but-
That's right.
I don't
But-
really want to cut off her head.
But the guy's body grew back, so I had to like chop him into bits to get him out of my bag.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no. He only grew his neck. He only grew up to his neck and stuff.
Oh, did he only grow up to his neck? No, I thought
Yeah.
he grew his whole body, then he suffocated again in the bag.
No, I said that you could see that he started to regenerate, but then he suffocated.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's what he said. I remember
Gotcha.
that.
Okay.
It was pretty
Boy,
gruesome.
what a wild time for that guy.
What a horrid.
So
time for that guy.
yeah, I mean, all of this is theory right now.
Yes.
And this is all a theory that Gast is having, and Gast is not intelligent with any of this kind of stuff.
You know, guys, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm getting to the point where I feel like we're just spinning our wheels right now. Would you mind if I left and went to go see Omicron, Omegacron, Ocron, Orcron?
I mean, maybe it's not
working,
a,
man.
You want to go see a virus? What?
You're working, man.
Maybe-
Omicron.
maybe
I
it's
don't know why I
not-
said that.
maybe it's not a bad idea for us to split and do some investigation right now. So if Aru wants
Yeah.
to go, and then I can go talk to Fire Snake Forge, and then y'all can go talk to Gideon, and then we meet back here in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that sounds good. If anyone wants to come with me, Mom, you want to come with me?
I'd love to.
What a mama's boy.
Jealous.
Does anyone want
No.
to come with me to speak with Gideon?
I'll go with you so you don't have to go alone. But do I want to go like on my own? No.
I'm going to the Forge, so I cannot.
I mean, or do you want to come with me after you go to the forge? Yes, like should we
I
go
guess
to the forge?
if you want me to come with you, I'll come with you. But let me just hit up.
I mean,
these
you're a
guys
goodly
first.
aligned cleric. He was a goodly aligned cleric. Like,
Yeah, we'll bond as me being the world's worst cleric and him being a fallen cleric. It'll be a perfect match made in heaven.
You're a cleric?
I know it's a mind blowing, isn't it?
So Zandak, Cedric, and Gast are headed to the Fire Snake Forge.
Sure. Are we gonna leave Venari here?
yeah, Venario, come along.
Okay.
Nari, yeah, he can decide who he wants to go with retroactively. And Aru and Serene are going to try to find Amago. So you guys are actually going to the same place.
Yeah, we're going to the Emporium.
Yeah, we're gonna spend 8 episodes in this hour and a half now, Chris. So be ready.
I won't. Hopefully.
Well, you're gonna get lost in Omicron's library for 8 years.
Actually-
Omicron. We renamed him Omicron.
Before, or actually, I'm not gonna follow him to the forge. I'll meet him at the forge later. I want to talk to,
Omicron.
what's her face? I already forgot her name. What's her name? Dragon
Bernie?
Lady.
Andy?
Bernie.
Oh, Bernie.
Mandy.
Bernie,
The
that's
first person you think of is Zandak wants to talk to Mandy.
right. I thought he was messing with me. That's why.
No.
So you're like, I'll catch up with you guys there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing you guys all leave then. And Zandak, you're left behind.
Like, is everyone splitting up, including like the other leader people?
The other leaders are kind of, they're still in the hall. MMO quest giver style.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But they're not. I mean, they're just kind of breaking off and then kind of talking to themselves, or standing proudly by a hub.
Okay.
And you go to Bernie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll walk up to like Bernie. I'm assuming those three are together still.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and I'm just gonna like, hey, shyly say hi.
Zandak, no need to be coy here. What can I help you with?
So yeah, like you remember how you told me to speak in that vision that I had?
Yes.
I did. Um, and then I pull out the harmonica and like I got this from it.
You see, um, all three of their eyes just kind of go wide, and then she kind of puts her hand over her heart. The Dragon Father gifted you with this.
Yeah. Yep. We'll go with that.
That's that's incredible. What did he say?
He didn't say anything, did he? I don't think he said anything. It was just growling. Yeah.
It's growling.
Um, he didn't say anything. Just kind of like things happened. Things appeared. There was
Hold on,
like,
say that again.
uh, he didn't say anything. Things just happened.
Huh.
Does he talk?
Like, what kind of things?
Um, there's lots of lines and um, I'm trying to think, like music stuff, notes,
Okay.
strings. I think there were strings.
Oh, she like this strange like roaring growling comes out of her mouth that looks very unnatural for a human mouth to be able to produce such a sound. Did you understand that?
Uh, yeah, I understood that you just growled weirdly. It's kind of odd.
Yeah. It seems that he didn't gift you with being able to understand Draconic.
Oh, that's draconic? Well, that's creepy. Yeah, no, definitely not.
Well,
How does one learn draconic?
You
um,
growl a lot.
Do I just start growling?
don't do that.
Don't, don't do that.
It's okay. Redwood Gas knows how to speak Draconic, so if you need language lessons.
Have you ever spoken draconic though? Like spoken
I
out
think I
loud?
have. I think I have. I think I said something to that black dragon we killed.
That would have been way before I cared about that.
He probably also would have just been like, oh, Redwood or Gas is growling at the dragon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, um, there are several magical ways in which one can learn Draconic, but um, to do so naturally takes quite a bit of study and knowledge.
Well, unfortunately, I'm kind of short on time at the moment. Limited to
Uh,
about 3 days. So yeah, I suppose I'll just have to pass on that one. Unless there's a book. Can I read a book? There's a bookstore.
mm, I would I would not trust Amago more than this form could throw him.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. Well, I guess any other tips you can give me for next time I speak at him?
Hmm, maybe asking him to speak in common? I'm not quite sure. Or to appear to you in human form. He has been known to do that.
Good to know. I will attempt it. Well, yeah, okay. Well, thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Um, is there like kind of like whisper, like lean over to Bernie and whisper, like, is there like some special like greeting that we're supposed to do when we leave or something?
only the greeting between friends, and she reaches out and just hugs you.
Aw.
Look at that.
And she hugs you and then kind of holds you at arm's length. Says, "I'm so proud of you."
Thanks. Yeah. I turn to the other two and like I'll like slowly hold out my arms for like a hug.
And they
No,
like
we don't
kind
do
of
that here.
distantly reach out and shake your hand. Then you the first one shakes your hand and you're like, oh, okay, and you shake the other one's hand.
Got it. Okay, and I'll leave.
That's not how I expected that conversation to go. It dove into like, how do I learn Draconic?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Aru. So as you two groups that are going to Mahadi's, he directs one of you to the flying airship number 1, flying fortress number 1, and flying fortress number 2, that are docked right beside each other. And they're in different flying fortresses, and within the cargo hold, Aru, it is like what I described when you guys teleported in. It's just kind of like the random tents and trappings of Mahadi's are just kind of thrown in there. There are no like actual setup tents and stuff like that. So as you approach your flying fortress, you don't see Amago outside, so you assume that he's inside. Do you proceed into the flying fortress? You're muted. But I can read lips, and you just said yes.
Yes, I did.
All right. So you go inside, and there's hardly anybody in here. Seems that most of them are out either beside their kind of makeshift docks, or in the town of El Terrell itself. And so you just kind of see the stuff thrown in here. Are you just gonna walk around until you happen upon him?
Yeah, I'm gonna actively look to see if I can find him.
Okay, Xanac, hold on.
Whenever, no rush.
Yeah. As you kind of walk around, you kind of turn a corner in this cargo hold. It's kind of like this concave area of just junk and tent parts. You see that old man, short robes on, beard flowing all the way to the floor. sitting on a box with reading a book that comically is almost as big as he is.
I approach till about 10 feet away from him.
Okay.
When I'm 10 feet away from him, I bow. One of my gracious bows, one of my deep bows. And I say, Ogmanga, I request a opportunity to speak with someone as great as you.
He doesn't even bring his eyes up to meet yours as he turns the page as he says, the one that got away.
I don't come here pretending that I'm a person who has suddenly turned a new leaf. I think you well know my feeling towards the gods only because most gods just want and aren't willing to really help. We have a great battle coming up here against Tiamat, who, while not a god, is definitely a creature who threatens the gods. And I would expect to see many gods here. But I only see you. So thank you for at least sticking around and not abandoning us. You show honor where other gods have not.
He kind of leans to one side, and you hear this slow and sustained fart. Beautiful words spoken by a bard. But don't you find it funny, Aru? The man who can't stand the gods finds out his mother has become one. And does that make you then a demigod?
I don't know what it makes me. I surely don't feel like a demigod, that's for sure. If you want to know the truth of the matter, the gods that I have been hanging out with are my friends that I've made on this path. Zandak, Gast, Venari. Dare I say, Cedric is probably a greater god than his own god is.
Blasphemy!
Heretic!
Kill him. He's number one on the priority list now.
And Cedric receives a message from Torm. Aru must die. Bring him down with all my fury, my child.
I don't feel like I'm more than a servant to great people like them. But this isn't about me. Or at least I don't think it is. It's about them. The thousands of people that are on this planet not planet, but this island, I guess, who made a pact with something that they had no idea that they were making a pact with. I can't say that I'm going to just all of a sudden worship you because I don't think you're so stupid as to believe that. I'm not trying to say words that I don't really mean. But I do know that any help that you can provide, any help, would be appreciated not by just me, but by millions of others, thousands of others who would definitely raise your voice up and praise you if you were able to help save their village, their town, their city, their wives, their husbands, their children, their grandmothers. I feel like you're not listening to me and you're talking to Zandak, but besides the point.
All the gods have changed interest to Zandak now, so
Anyways,
told them all no very rudely. So
He after you've pled your case, he slams that giant book shut. And at the same time, he like kind of disappears, and as that book falls, he then reappears on top of the book in his younger, more jovial state. The gnomish looking guy that you saw in the dream state. As he walks right up to you. Oh, so now you want my help, huh? Before I was trying to give you my help, and all you didn't want anything to do with me or any of these other gods. And now when you're in trouble, now you come calling out to me. Oh, Aru.
I'm not calling out to you for me. I've already told you. I'm not fond of the gods. But you've proven at least to be different. Or at least I thought you were until now. The fact of the matter is, I'm not asking for help for me. I'm not asking you to make me stronger or braver or give me special abilities. I don't need those things. I'm asking you to be the god that these people need. Do it for them. Who knows? Maybe someday if I see something great, I will turn to you. But from what I've seen before, and I think you know, we don't see a lot from the gods. They're pretty quiet. We're about to fight Tiamat, and Bahamut's not here. Torm's not here. You're here. Prove me wrong.
Ogma turns away from you and slowly starts walking back towards that crate. He kind of straightens his sleeve, and as he does, a lute kind of pops into his hand. He puts the what is it? The band? Is that what it's called? The band? The thing that goes over your shoulder?
Strap?
The strap.
Strap? The strap over his shoulder, and he starts tuning it as he's walking back to the crate. He jumps up much higher than the crate and spins and slams down on top of the crate, sitting with his feet dangling over. Aru, as a bard, I know that you know the predicament that I'm in, and that I've run out of material. And so as he strums his lute, I'm just here looking for a good story.
You're right. I wish for my story to contain lines about you. I'm available if you want to help. If you want to tell, however you want to help, let me know. I can't force you. You're a god. A great god. A funny god. I'm just asking you to prove me wrong for once. I wish you the best in whatever you choose, though.
He starts plucking away a little tune as he kind of motions you away.
I bow deeply. I bow very deeply and say, "Buy your leave." And I turn away.
As you walk away, you hear him kind of strumming and singing to himself softly. A Rue was a pretty boy, a pretty little boy was he.
And I hum back. Or not hum, but I sing back. Ogma was a great god, or so a great god said he.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Cedric and Gast, you guys, much easier to find the Fire Snake boys, as they have gone to work, turning the docks into the docks at this point. As they are hard at work trying to make this able to function. And in a safe manner. There are salamanders and fire elementals, right? That's what they had. Some type of fire things.
Did they have
fire
elementals last time? All right.
Whatever workers they had in the shop, they are all running about doing things.
Do I see the guy that was the leader last time that I intimidated enough with my skills to get us a discount on that tormentor?
Slag.
Yeah.
Slag. You do see him. They're magmins. That's what they are. Not fire elementals. They're magmins.
Okay.
Running about, fetching things, doing work. But yeah, you see him, forging away, shouting orders.
So I just walk up behind him and I'm like, "So, how's it going?"
We're busy.
Yeah, I see that. Did you build these flying fortresses yourself?
Yeah, we did. Somehow the boss got some plans for us to work off of, and so all of our efforts went into building as many as we could. We only got 2 done.
Cool. How'd you procure weapon systems for these guys?
Well, we read the plans, and I mean,
Weren't the plans from the fallen fortress that we
wrecked one that we
we have?
got?
So
Yeah.
we should know what these weapons are then?
Yeah, I this is me playing the game with these guys, okay?
Oh, okay. I mean, but do we actually know,
if
like...
you remember, the plans that you guys procured for Mahadi were for the flying mechanism.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the whole thing.
Not you guys didn't write up a full schematic
Gotcha.
for an entire flying fortress. So you would assume that Mahadi already had the weaponry figured out. The piece that he was missing was the flying or the flying apparatus.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I have a third one coming this way. Speaking of which, I grab my stone. I'm like, boys, how far are you out?
We see you in the distance, boss. We should be there under an hour.
Okay, pull up to the docks then. There's 2 other ones floating in.
2 other ones.
Yeah, don't worry. They're not hostile.
All right. You got it. You better tell them to clear out. I don't know how smooth of a landing I'll make this.
Okay, I'll give them a heads up. Anyways, I got a...
What was your... Agma was a wise god?
A great god. You're muted,
A great
Michael.
god.
I'm trying to keep myself from interrupting all the time. Agma was a great god, or a great god, so said he.
All right. Thank you. Just getting the lyrics to our song correct here in my notes.
Anyways, yeah, I have a flying fortress coming in. It's gonna be in here about an hour. It's a little worse for wear. I had some of my boys whip up an old wrecked one to fly.
Uh-huh.
So, not sure if we could potentially retrofit what I have existing there into another working, fully weaponized one like we got here.
You want to take pieces from your flying fortress and tack them onto ours?
No, I'm thinking about making another one, having 3 fully operational flying fortresses.
Oh, so you need some assistance outfitting your fortress coming in.
Correct.
I'm sure we can do it.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm gonna level with you. My boy's not a very good pilot, so you might want to just keep your eyes open for him when he's pulling in.
All right, he's not gonna scratch one of my babies here, is he?
I'm sure he'll do his best not to.
Say that again.
He'll certainly try. But as far as you're concerned, I'm your boss right now. So...
Is that true?
yeah.
Mahadi know about this?
Oh yeah, he knows.
Deception roll?
I fully believed it. So there's no deception in my voice.
You got any proof of that?
Only the fact that he literally has to do what we're saying for the battle plans for this. So if you want to ask him, go for it. But then you wouldn't want to undermine my authority, would you?
Roll persuasion.
Oh yeah. I actually have a +5 to persuasion, guys. I'm gonna use a luck for that because I rolled a 1.
Nice.
Well, that's better. That's better. So that's an 18.
18 total.
Yeah.
You can see he's very conflicted here. Well, I mean, if you are the new boss, I'd hate to undermine you.
Yeah. Well, and it's a temporary thing. I will relinquish control back to Mahadi once the current crisis is over, of course. But you and I both know, at least when it comes to this kind of stuff, I am very skilled.
Current crisis, you say? You got any word from the High Hall?
Oh yeah, it's it's not looking good.
I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, I almost say something, and I just like I pat Gas on the shoulder and I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to Gideon. I think you got this under control.
All right, sounds great.
He
And I leave.
leans in and whispers, like not good as in, well, the Emporium might be here permanently, or?
I don't think it'll be a permanent thing. I will say, the better we allocate our resources, the better chance we'll have of going back to a sense of normalcy.
Resource allocation.
Yeah, which is why I feel like it's prudent to have a third operational flying fortress to at least try and match the numbers that we'll be seeing in the upcoming days.
The numbers.
Yeah.
What kind of numbers are we going to be seeing?
Enough that we'll need another flying fortress.
Bad guys?
Yeah, I'd say bad guys. But listen.
Are we gonna...
No, listen. We're gonna do everything in our power to make sure nobody dies. Or at least there's not a whole
Maybe
lot
I
of
shouldn't
death.
have left.
Right?
I'm already regretting this decision.
Yes, everyone in earshot just just turns their head at you saying that nobody trying our best not so that nobody dies. Everyone's like stops what they're doing and they're like, huh?
Back to work.
Are we gonna die?
Not if you get back to work.
Holy cow.
Don't go for
That's a
Bart.
49.
49.
Roll percentile.
49. 50-50 chance Gast incites a full-on panic.
This is the kind of
Rolled a
chaos
49.
we all expect from me, let's be honest.
Slag looks around at people like they're like scanning the horizons and the skies all around them, and Slag turns around, get back to work, and they're all like, okay, but you can kind of tell they go off like whispering to themselves as they go back to work.
Production just went like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Well,
now only have 700 armed. to outfit people.
So Slag takes a deep breath. So this could be the last ride, then.
I mean, couldn't any ride be our last ride?
I guess, but that's not normally what we think about.
Well, that's true. So why are you thinking about it now?
Because you came here and told me that we're gonna die.
I never said you're gonna die. You said that. I never said that. You said that. Listen. All we need to focus on is doing what we as craftsmen do best. Right?
I guess you're right.
And the better we do our jobs, the better the outcome will be for us.
I thought signing up with Mahadi was going to be an eternity of riding the fence. I guess when he picks a side, we all pick a side.
Yeah.
What else are we gonna?
Exactly. Plus, it's better to be together than alone.
Yeah, much easier to dig a mass grave than it is a bunch of individual ones, I guess.
Yeah, what a very pessimistic outlook on life you have. Anyways,
Well,
there's a flying fortress coming.
yeah.
We need to outfit that as best we can. I do have a teleportation device attached to that one as well. Not sure if we can retrofit that or something similar to the other ones. Whatever edge we can give us, the better.
All right. I'll take a look when your fortress gets in.
Cool. We're also gonna need lots of arms as well for our forces. So I'm not sure how many resources we have available here, what we need to allocate to the fortress and to arming the individuals and creating the weaponry we need.
All right. He's jotting all this down.
I will let him finish jotting
Alright.
it down.
He's got it.
Okay.
Outfit the maiden with weapons. Retrofit teleportation device.
And any other...
Weapon.
I know these flying fortresses have the ability to teleport. Unfortunately, the one on the flying fortress I'm bringing in was damaged beyond repair. So I'm not sure if there's another one available that we can build, or how we would go about doing that. But the more advantages we can give each other, the better.
The schematics we went off of didn't include a teleportation device.
Well, yeah. I retrofitted one of the ones that you would put on a tormentor onto the flying fortress.
Oh. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I mean, it only made sense because the one I had the tormentor I had was damaged. So if I can retrofit that into the flying fortress, what else am I going to do with it? You know?
Yeah.
And it increases your maneuverability too. So get out of dodge, get behind him.
What kind of device? Would you use to amplify the power of the teleportation device to be able to teleport this large of a structure?
I I tell him what I did, Chris? Because I don't remember.
Well, you also haven't tested that out.
True. It is untested. So this is very theoretical.
Maybe you should
It
test it
sounds
out
like
today.
it's not gonna work.
Well, you know.
Or maybe just teleport part of it. Just teleports part of the.
Part of the flying fortress is like.
There goes the engine room.
Whoops. Oh well.
Yeah, we'll see how you got it wired up. Are you staying here to receive your fortress?
Yeah, I'll stay in the area. I imagine you have a forge around here. I do have a side project I've been working on.
We got plenty of them.
Cool. Just point me in the direction of one, and I'm gonna go start working. Since
Yeah, your forge is back on the maiden, isn't it?
The
yeah,
maiden. All right, Cedric, as you have to walk back towards High Hall in order to get to the cemetery from where the fortresses are.
No, I'm by myself. I'm flying.
Okay.
So.
You still, I mean, your direction from where you're at.
Yeah.
There's,
I would just.
unless you're flying like just, just to flaunt your wings, and you're flying like the furthest way around the city.
No. I'm.
You have to fly back towards High Hall.
Yep. Okay.
And Xandak, by the time you get out of the hall, you see Cedric flying overhead, going towards the cemetery.
Okay. Did nothing come of my question?
We're gonna have to
discuss that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll have the conversation with Gideon next time.
Cool.
Oscar, if you've made it this far,
congratulations.
No
you
way.
are a stronger man than we know.
No way.
Yeah.
And I guess one thing is some of this could be retconned based off of Oscar's contributions. Because, like, if he's like, oh, I'll go with you to talk to them and to Gideon, and then he comes with me to Gideon, I'm obviously not going to be flying.
He can fly.
Oh, yeah, we could both be flying. That's true. That's true. Whew. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he watched the last half of this, the last hour and a half, he'd be all right.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't start at the beginning, ironically, when we were all just talking over everything.
Yeah. I'm going to write him up some crib notes and hand him some crib notes. Basically say some of the things that we've discovered and say, here's the high level. Our 3/4 objectives are allies, what they're providing,